In January of 2022, Konami released Master Duel, the official online Yu-Gi-Oh! Simulator. 2 months later, I released my first ladder climb video, where I tried to get the highest rank using one of my favorite decks, a casual little synchro archetype called Crystrons. A lot has changed since then. Hundreds of cards have been added to the game. The highest rank was increased from Platinum to Master. I learned to properly work a green screen. And dozens of cards have been banned. Except the one card that needs to be banned. Now, 3 years and 40 ladder climbs later, we come full circle, returning to the archetype that started it all. I'm Hardleg Joe, if ya didn't know, and this month we're climbing the ladder with Crystrons again. Because a new wave of support has taken this old rogue at best archetype and pushed it all the way to the top of the competitive tier list. Will I be able to master my beloved crystals once more and pilot them to victory? Or will some new malicious archetype stop me from achieving greatness? You'll have to watch to find out, so grab a snack and lean back, because it's ladder climb time. And welcome back to Ladder Climb, everyone! As the intro said, we are playing Crystrons, and also, Critter is here. We've got Critter for Crystrons. Critter, you want to say hello to everyone watching on YouTube? Thank you, Critter. Very nice. Twitch chat is also here. They're not normally here. I put them on last month because we were doing Jankmas in July, and it was a great way to celebrate the community. And people had so much fun, I decided to leave them there, as long as they're going to be responsible. Critter, you want to say something that'll hopefully inspire them to remain responsible? Thank you, Critter. Kind words as always. So, we're starting in Gold 5, which is a bit unusual for this series. Normally we don't go that far down, especially when we're playing a deck this good. At least according to Master Duel meta, this is the #1 most competitive deck, the only tier 1 deck at the moment, which, I'm not quite sure if I believe. It's certainly strong. It's much more powerful than it was, but, you know, I'll believe it when I see it. Either way, we're gonna have our work cut out for us. I don't think it'll be super easy this month, but there's only one way to find out. We're gonna take this, we're gonna dive on into Gold 5, and see how far we can get. But first, I should probably explain a little bit about how this deck works. And I think the best way to do that is to just sit down and go through a 1-card combo with you. This deck has many 1-card combos, or I guess rather the same 1-card combo and a lot of ways to get to it. That's one of the kind of disappointing things about this. The new build has really consolidated, really simplified it from what it used to be. But that means it's much easier to explain. So let's hop into solo mode. I'll let you know what this deck does under optimal conditions, and then, you know, you can see how it actually duels against actual opponents. And if you already know how Crystrons works, if you've already seen the combo from playing against it or playing it yourself, then you can just use the timestamps below and skip ahead to the first duel. Have yourself a good time. Although, before you do, I just want to say, you know, if you appreciate the show I put on here, if you're someone who comes to Ladder Climb every month and you're not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. You know, I would certainly appreciate it. It helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. So do likes, so do comments. And if you want to help me personally, like if you think I'm a cool guy who deserves $1, I have a Patreon, which is mostly how I fund this. I don't take sponsorships or anything. So the Patreon is the greatest way to help out this channel. There's a link down in the description, patreon.com/hardleggaming. Check that out if you can. Otherwise, let's get to that combo. Alright, so here we are in the solo mode, a great place to practice your combos, and we got one of our 1-card starters, which is Crystron Smiter. Great card. You know, you always played this in Crystron, but it used to not be as good, and now look at it. The strongest of the Crystrons. Also, in case you didn't know, Smiter stands for Smoky Quartz Tiger. All of the Crystrons are based off of specific quartz gems, and that's what this is. We've got some smoky quartz up here. Thematic, perhaps? Anyway, Clockwork Knight. It's a Link 1 you can make with a machine that has 1,000 or less attack. It has effects. The effects don't matter. It's just here to put Smiter into the graveyard. Because almost all the Crystrons have a graveyard effect. Specifically, you can banish Smiter in order to search a Crystron, spell, or trap. Previously, the Crystrons didn't have any spells. Now they have a spell. and that has made all the difference. So we got Crystron Inclusion. When this is activated, you can search yourself a Crystron, and we're going to get Sulfador, the other new card. If this is in your hand or graveyard, you could target one Crystron card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon this card. If this card is special summoned, send up to 2 Crystrons with different names from your deck to your graveyard. Remember how all the Crystrons had graveyard effects? Very, very good. Also, it's worth noting, I'm playing the Horus package in here. A lot of people have been asking why this package, why not anything else? It's because the Horus gives you a great opportunity to get some free advantage and bait out something like Ash by discarding a Sulfador. You do this, you grab your King Sark, you get to draw a free card, and it doesn't matter where this is, hand or graveyard, you could still do the same thing, which is blow up the inclusion and summon itself. And then you get to send 2 whole cards. Now, if you have no other Crystrons in your hand, what you need to send is Theistvern and Solfefnir, because Theistvern can be banished from the graveyard to search you a Crystron. Fortunately, we drew one off of the card, and if you have any other Crystron, this makes this combo way better. So I'm going to show you the, like, 1.5 card combo version, where you send Solfefnir, and also the Trap card, because the Trap's pretty neat, too. Then we can activate Solfefnir by discarding any Crystron from our hand. Solfefnir summons itself, and then immediately has to pop a card. You almost always pop itself, because when it's popped, it summons a Crystron from the deck. And let's just go ahead and get our other Tristeros. This is our new tuner. It has effects. For now, it's a tuner, which means it plus Sulfador can make our new level of 7, which is a Skeletos. It's a nice fancy skeleton. A Skeletos, when it's summoned, you can add a Crystron from your graveyard or banishment to hand. If you're wondering why we sent the trap to the graveyard, that's why. Now we get it back. Then, we can use Tristeros in the graveyard, banish this card, destroy 1 synchro, summon 2 Crystrons from your deck. It also locks you into machines, which a lot of the Crystron effects do that's not new. But if you're wondering why we're making some of the specific stuff and not going into stuff like Appaloosa, it's because we're locked into machines. But anyway, we're going to get our 2 level 5s, another copy of Solfefnir and another copy of Sulfador. And then also, when this is destroyed, you can special summon a Crystron from your graveyard or banishment. So we're going to get that Tristeros that we have banished, and we're going to summon it onto the field. And then, because we've got 2 level 5s and we're just locked into machines, we can make Cyber Dragon Nova, which does nothing except act as a stepping stone to Cyber Dragon Infinity. So that's our end board. It doesn't seem like much. Part of the power of this deck is the fact that it can end on Cyber Dragon Infinity and Tristeros, while also maintaining a whole bunch of shit in hand. You know, we have the King Sark. I'm pretty sure we could bring back the I'm Seti. I don't know if we're actually locked from non-extra deck summons. Guess we'll find out. No, we're not. So we could just add I'm Seti onto here. Why not? If we weren't locked into machines, we could make Barone de Fleur. But the fact is, we still have Forbidden Droplet, we still have Ash, we still have Imperm, in addition to everything we already did. And you can imagine if we went second, we would have these 2, plus this, being able to put Crystrons into the graveyard, stop our opponent, and then do this 1-card combo. Now, the only thing I didn't really mention is Tristeros, the new tuner. This is the one thing that maintains kind of the Crystron playstyle. His effect is when a card or effect is activated, you can summon a Crystron from the deck and then immediately synchro summon, which gives you access to a small toolbox of different things. You could use Smyger, the level 3, make yourself a Crystron Amatrix. This moves everything to defense mode when it's summoned. So, like, if your opponent tries to attack over this, you can just stop that. Normally, you want to go into something a little bit more powerful. You get the Solfefnir in here, and then you can make Samurai Destroyer, which negates stuff in the battle phase, or you can make Dawn Dragster, which is just a spell trap negate. And I think that's just what we're going to go through here. The other thing is that, potentially, if we had ended with another level 5 on the field, which is not difficult, you can use Crystrons to summon a Sitri from the deck, and that would be a 5 plus a 2 plus another level 2 tuner, and that allows you to make Quarian Gondrax. This is a level 9 that takes 2 tuners and a non-tuner, and when it's synchro summoned, target 3 monsters in your opponent's field or graveyard, up to 3, so if they have less you can, and banish them. So triple banish during your opponent's turn, pretty strong. In addition, if they're going to do something like this, we have Crystron Cluster, and this is basically target a card on the field, shuffle a banished or graveyard Crystron back into the deck, and then destroy it. Also, while this is on the field, Crystrons can't be banished, which gives them a little bit of an edge over Maliss, I believe. I believe their whole gimmick is banishing stuff. And this also says if you control a Crystron Synchro monster, you can destroy 2 cards instead of 1. So there is also a chance that instead of making the Dawn Dragster, you make a Skeletus. A Skeletus doesn't do a whole lot on summon, but it does give you the ability to pop 2 cards with the trap. So we've got quite a bit of varied disruption in addition to all the hand traps and everything. And then from here, it's not hard to assemble lethal. In fact, we've already got it on board. So there's the basic combo. There's kind of a hint of what we're doing. There is still some toolbox elements. Obviously, there's a lot of pivoting this combo depending on what your opponent does. But this is basically what we're going to be trying to do every single time. So now that you know, let's go try to do that in real life. Standard Season 43 has begun. All right, first duel, and we're going first, which is what we prefer. Obviously, we can go second, because we play a million hand traps and some go second board breakers, but going first is always better. And we got a lot of stuff. Discount stuff warehouse, even. It's funny, I was watching a video about bluffing in Yu-Gi-Oh! And now it's got me thinking like, I could activate the I'm Seti and send off the sarcophagus to bait out the ash without letting them know what we're playing. But like, why would I? I don't need to bluff with this hand. This hand is already bonkers. So let's just go ahead and use this. Maybe they'll ash it. We'll send the Happy. And this is one of those cases where the engine actually really shines. You can special summon Happy. You can special summon Horus. And if you don't have any of your starters, then what you can do is make Zombie Vampire. And because most of your Crystrons have effects in the graveyard, you have a chance to mill something great. But because we already have every starter known to man, we just make Galaxy Eyes. And now if they have Nibiru or something, we can negate it. This is just a rank 8 that negates a monster effect. So then we activate Solfefnir. Pop the Smyger, summon itself, activate the effect, activate the effect. We're getting Tristeros. Then we're going to banish the Smyger to get the continuous spell. Inclusion. Make sure to include it, chat. Then we get to add a card. We've already got our target, so I don't know exactly what we search in this. I guess we just add the trap now. Makes it a little bit easier. We don't have to worry about recovering it. And let's activate Sulfador. Pop the continuous. Summon itself. We've already used Solfefnir, so we can't use it again. So I think what we do is we send Theistvern, and we send the Turtle. That'll set up for some plays if we wanted to, but I don't think we even wanted to. Let's just do this. Oh wait, now I know what we do. Okay. So we get a Skeletus. The Skeletus gets us a card back, and I think we're gonna take the Sulfador. There we go. Then we use the Tristeros effect. Do the Tristeros shuffle. Destroy this. Use the Skeletus to get back the Tristeros. So we have the Synchro on the opponent's turn. Use these two to make Cyber Dragon Nova. Make Cyber Dragon Infinity. And then, oh, we haven't even used Inclusion yet. I completely forgot about that. Get Praizordal, banish this, summon a level 5 from our hand. I mentioned before that if you can end with like a level 5 on board, then you have extra utility. And there you go. We could also, we could get Centur-Ion. Wow, we could do so much. It's fine. It's fine. We've got more than enough stuff. This is a monster negate, an omni negate, a pop, and triple banish. We have other removal. Astral, thank you for the 19 months and the Prime hype. All right. So they set a whole bunch of cards, and that's one of the weaknesses of Crystrons, is that it can only activate in response to one of your opponent's effects. It's one of those cases where if we had made Citri, we would have had much more options, or much better options. I think what we do here is just make Dawn Dragster, because this can negate a spell or trap. I do need to put another monster on the field, but fortunately, because every Crystron does something in the graveyard, well, I mean, yeah, I gotta stop that. It's like, you know, every duel is someone's first duel. No, they're in gold. This can't possibly be their first duel. I just like to imagine them for the first time being like, when a card is... you can negate it. They're like, can you do that? I don't think you could negate spell traps. They're trying to select, but like, this does something, this does something, this does something. That's probably the best play, but it's not the only play. But I don't care. Go ahead. So we negate that. We're at 71. Let's go ahead and banish Theistvern. We're 900 off. Debunk. When a monster is activated in the hand or graveyard, negate it, and if you do, banish it. I'm already banished. And this is why we saved the inclusion. Free special summon. Just bring back a Skeletus. You got DD Crow too? Fualos. Sure. Unfortunate. That must have been the top deck. And there we go. Yeah, I almost feel bad about doing that tutorial now, because our first duel ended up being us just going like complete full combo. But I didn't have to explain nearly as much, so I think it's probably good. But yeah, there you go. The power of Crystrons. They got redundancy for days. We might just end up skipping a whole bunch of like gold if it's just that easy. Alright, second duel, and we win the coin toss once again. This person's trying to rank up, but we will ruin their day. I mean, not in gold, because you can't rank down, but, you know. This is not as strong. We only have one starter, no extender. But even if they have ways to stop this that Called By can't react to, or like multiple hand traps, we still have BanMaxxC Droplet, which is pretty darn good. And then we just got this combo, which I already showed in the tutorial, so I guess we could just skip ahead until we get, like, negated or something. Well, they try to negate with the Ash Blossom, but we got the Called By. Sorry, I'm just a better gamer. What can I say? I have gamer DNA flowing through me. It smells like Mountain Dew. Alright, one more duel, and we're ranking up into Gold 4, which, I mean, is not all that surprising. You can't rank down in gold. We're playing a really great deck. We got Foolish Burial. We gotta put him in the sarcophagus. Let's go and try this. Let's just put the Smyger into the graveyard. We've got the Foolish Burial, which is essentially another copy of Smyger. Let's go ahead and put the Sulfador into the graveyard. Why not? And this is another case where, like, well, we have everything, so we might as well just make the monster negate first. You know, Zombie Vampire is for grommets. They don't have enough vertical hunger. There you go. No big-ass rock hitting us today. Unless they've also got, you know, what's it called? Imperm. They would have to have Imperm and Nibiru, and even that, I think, doesn't quite break them out of this. Send a couple cards, baby. Ice Fern, and you. I think we just add the turtle. Getting the turtle in the graveyard does potentially help us. Wait, if we've already got the trap, then we can just bring back a Skeletus now, and then Crystron Cluster is 2 pops. And also they lose 500 attack. Yeah, so this is like, you know, this is optimal board. This is, I think, the best possible thing we could make. Okay, Foolish Burial. I'll allow it. What do you got? Whatchamacallit? Evenly matched. Do you have the second evenly matched? They do not. But they baited out my Omni Negate. I see. Dropsies. Dropsies makes Meowmoo. That activates, and then we just Tristeros. We can finally do the thing. Special summon a Crystron from the deck, then immediately synchro summon. So Tristros will get Citri. We've got 2 level 2 tuners and a level 5 non-tuner. Behold the power of the ultimate Crystron, Quarian Gondrax. 1,000. So they get to summon something, and then on a new chain, Quarian Gondrax activates. So we'll just banish this. Target another card. Yeah, we'll banish this. Target another card. Yeah, let's get rid of that Block Dragon. I don't want you reviving that somehow. And yeah, I would surrender too. And I've still got a Monster Negate and 2 pops after that. And there we go. All the way up into Gold 4. We beat Prank Kids. Alright, first game in Gold 4. I should probably update the thing up there. Also, we now have a Q counter. The Q is for Quarian Gondrax, because the people demanded a counter. Also, look at this Balatro ass hand. Yeah, I think we just let them run through their extra deck. End of the main phase, yeah. Rock. Let's find a rock. I mean a big ass rock. Uh-oh. They were prepared the whole time, chat. In fact, we probably lose because we have 2 Nibirus. And this unfortunately could discard any Crystron except itself. Now it's a Balatro-ass hand! Glorious, chat! Look at the full house! Okay, well, we get our first loss, but I mean, there's nothing you could do about that. Sometimes the power of poker compels you. Alright, go in second, but now we have BanMaxxC. We'll wait for them to commit something. Yeah, go ahead. Unicorn. Yeah, I'll take the 2 for 1 and hope you don't have another one in hand. Only I can be SETI. They had another one in hand. Question is, will they summon back? No. Alright, Fenrir pass, plus whatever the 2 cards in hand are. We know one of them is Unicorn, so they only have the potential for 1 hand trap. So what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna normal summon Tristeros, because remember, this can activate if they activate anything. So we could Foolish Burial here, and if they Ash, we've got stuff. Big Tuna Fish Man, thank you for the 10 gifted subs! And if you didn't get one, you gotta type evaded into the chat. Alright, so we're gonna Smiger here. We've activated a monster effect. The question is, will they activate Fenrir in response to try to banish Tristeros? You fool. You absolute Schmeckeldorf! Didn't read the card! I will not be here to be banished. In fact, I will get one of my best extenders, summon it, and then make Samurai Destroyer to destroy you. You got nothing. Anyway, let me continue my combo. They're like, yep, I'm done for. That was bad. Oopsie doodle. I wish if my chat had more, whatchamacallit. If there were more artists in my community, I would love to have, like, a Balatro-ass hand emote. Just like Jimbo holding some cards. Alright, we're up against Vaughn, who has Maxx Seed. Very unfortunate, but we can still do some stuff, assuming this goes through. Let's add Crystrons. I think we summon this. We set... Yeah, not great. We can't exactly play under BanMaxxC, but we can make, like, you know, this allows us to get some disruption without having to commit any special summons. A legendary ocean. Okay. I'm water, though. Yeah. Oh, no! They're gonna lock me into only water monsters, chat! How will I survive if I can only summon water monsters? Not all my water monsters! Oh, I can't synchro because my levels are lower. Yeah, I think we have to stop them from getting sea stealth. Yeah, it's ironic that it's like they can't stop me from the water, but they stop me because I don't have a level 6 machine I can summon. Can't be destroyed by the first time it would be destroyed, it's not. So that's gonna be a little bit of a problem. But if all they have is like, you can only control one non-water monster, that's fine by me. Let's put a little pep in our step. It lowers them in the hand, too. Yeah, we just summoned Sulfador with this, right? You and you? Yeah. Let's get our trap. Let's get a monster. It's a pity we don't play something higher. Little Knight. If we Little Knighted, that's all we would end on. Yeah, we just battle phase. Get rid of this. Oh, I could have done so much more. Fuck. I don't think I get over the 3100, so it's fine. I think we just end on this. We could pop this. We could just pop it next turn. I want to wait until the end of the turn, though, just in case they play, like, a face-up card early on. End of the main phase. Yeah, we just flip this up. Use the effect. Pop the ocean. Pop the whale. Shuffle back. You. My levels have returned! And that's all it took, baby! A weird one for sure. Our opponent was definitely on a worse deck. Alright, trying to rank up again. Last one was a loss because of bricks again. You wouldn't think this deck would brick, but then it does. See, this ain't a brick. This is like everything. It's everything I hoped for. Oh, you're just ending on Fenrir Pass? Fenrir Pass. Kicking. Hello, Happy. How are you doing today? Yeah, we just start with Solfefnir. We just put a little pep in our step. Oh yeah, I can summon out of your hand. I forgot about that. Sulfador. Sucks a little bit, but not enough. And then we just get a Tristeros. Don't touch me, motherfucker. I'm outie. Eloskeletus. Quarian Gondrax. 07's in the chat. Yeah, unfortunately, it's face down, so we can't bring that back. And then we do this. Solemn Judgment. Well, there's a lot of their life points. Can't do this. Smiger. Normal summon. Sulfador. Pop. And they surrender. I did some stuff and you didn't quit, so I quit. Oh yeah, that was the rank up. Alright, one more win and we rank up to gold 2 and we're going first again. May the universe have mercy on my opponent's soul. Alright. This ain't bad. We can stop Ashe and MaxxC. Our opponent's on 45 cards. So we could do this. Just activate this now. Discard the Solfefnir. Send I'm Seti. We're going to activate the Solfefnir. Send the Sulfador. MaxxC. But we were prepared for that. I'm surprised they didn't activate it sooner. What if I had just summoned a Horus? Called it. Or called by it, actually. Okay, so Solfefnir comes out. Pops itself. Solfefnir effect. Then we use Sulfador to pop the Smiger to summon itself. Smiger sends 2 cards. This and the Turtle. Activate the Theistvern. Get ourselves Tristelos. And we normal summon the Tristelos. And that's how we get to Eloskeletus. A bit of a roundabout way, but it works out. Even if we didn't normal summon, we sent the turtle, so we can do that again. Okay, I think we just get the banished one back. We're not going to be able to activate on the trap, or get the trap this time. Or are we? Yeah, actually we are. So we get these 2. We get Tristeros back. Time to make the Cyber Dragon. Roar. Then we just Smiger. Yeah, we're already locked. I could have made, I actually could have probably made Barone instead of the trap, but I don't want to consolidate everything into monsters. So let's just go ahead and summon this in defense. Yeah. We're going to activate the turtle. We're going to summon Theistvern. And, oh, I can't use the Theistvern effect. Okay, that's fine. It's not the optimal board. I thought we could get a Centur-Ion board and still have the ability to make Quarian Gondrax. Unfortunately, with this, we can't. So we just want to kind of fire this as soon as we can. Once we figure out whether or not a Skeletus or... Yeah, we just want to get Spell Trap. Yeah, we just get the car. The car solos this. Fortunately, I learned Ryu-Ge recently. Car. Boom. Ooh. So I think actually we negate this and prevent them from even getting into that. It's a 2-for-1 anyway. Yeah, and then we stop this. Goes to the graveyard. And if they have the field spell, we pop it with the trap. There you go. I learned, chat, through the power of reading. 3 more hours. Going second. No hand traps. Oh. Not sure if I can beat this. What? Gives me a chance to go get a better drink. It's a great thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Stand up, go get a drink, maybe a snack, go take yourself a nice piss, come back, everything's good. And I've got Oreos. Just in time. Oh? That makes my job easier. I politely and respectfully disagree. I mean, fair enough. Hello, I'm Crystrons. Nice to meet you. No. And also, not in my house. Fuck it, we just send off the ash, right? No, we send off the ash. So we just leave this stranded and then they can't make any more. And then Crystrons brings back Solfefnir. Yeah, we just make a Skeletus. Oh yeah, we do get something back. So we stop that. A Skeletus. If you want to negate this, go right ahead, buddy. Still activate King Sark. Yeah, I'm realizing. We get back the Solfefnir. Then we just King Sark. Activate this, send the Solfefnir. Get the Horus in there. Crystrons first. Pop the Skeletus. Summon you two fuckers. Yeah, Chain Link 1. Chain Link 2. That way they can't ash it if they were hoping to save the ash. We bring back the Crystrons in attack mode. I ain't afraid of no ghost. This. And this. This is your last chance to glance in my direction, Hector. Infinity! But I can just absorb this, right? Give him the suck! Slurp. And then we Smiker. Get ourselves an inclusion. Activate the inclusion. Grab ourselves the trap for next turn. Hold up. Use this, get the turtle. We activate Solfefnir. We discard the turtle. We summon it. And we pop the inclusion. Activate the turtle. Let's go Quarian Gondrax. On our turn? How daring. No one would expect it. So we banish you, and you, and you. If it leaves the field, yeah, but it's not a Centur-Ion. And then we just inclusion. Bring back the Skeletus. Just summon M-Seti. Oh yeah, I forgot about M-Seti. I was so busy doing other stuff, I was like, oh yeah, I've got the Egyptian god, like, just in my graveyard doing stuff. You're SETI, I'm SETI. I knew it! You magnificent bastard, I read your book! Continue the main phase? Did you forget about me? Howdy, howdy. Skeletus, kill the Centur-Ion. Everyone else attacks! And there you go. That's how you win at Yu-Gi-Oh! Going second, without any hand traps, while taking a piss in the meantime. We just gotta hope they play into Nibiru. Just gotta hope the Rock does it all. Just gotta hope they play into Nibiru. Oh no, it looks like they're gonna stall. Come on! Come on! Gift card. Battery action to Samochi. 3,000. Fuck. They're about to end their turn. Okay. Pop the chain energy. Shuffle back Smiker. Now I can do this. Add a card. We just get Tristeros, right? So we're just gonna keep things chill. We're just gonna poke at them. Little bits of damage. While popping cards every turn. Yeah. We'll thin our deck a little bit. No SP. I guess we could SP. Yeah, you know what? Good idea. We SP and we get rid of the unknown face down. Dimension Wall! I knew it! Okay, so now we don't have to worry about Lava Golem. Yeah, Tristeros isn't doing anything in our graveyard. Just in case, we'll get rid of this now. Another Forbidden Droplet. We attack with this. Yeah, they definitely have Mahama. And then we don't attack. Smile? Just to get some knowledge. Let's make the zombie vampire. Mill 4. Special summon Solfador. Solfador will just send you and... oh, we just send Inclusion. Have I normal summoned this turn? I have not. Ah! Gravediggers! That's most of my life points. Don't CDI just that in case they have Lava Golem. They can already Lava Golem me. I might as well make something that might be able to stop them. We need a negate. Fuck. Fortunately, this doesn't have to target my monsters. Or it doesn't have to target any particular monster. Yeah, we get Tristeros. Just called by Mahama. Is there anything else that might stop us? It's just Mahama, right? Get out of here. And they surrender! Oh, hard-fought battle against Burn! Fortunately, I know what they were doing. They couldn't sneak up on me. All right, one more win, and we get to gold 1. I think our opponent might be on dinosaurs. I don't know. I know that dinosaur duelists have dino DNA from having their shin replaced with a thing, but this person doesn't have DNA. They have BNA. I think we gotta try to go hard in the paint. No risk, no reward. Summon. Die. Summon. It's time for the Smiger. Then we make Clockwork Knight. No, not the spell trap. This one has a K. Fortunately, I cannot make Nova in the extra monster zone because there's a knight there. Someone in chat is telling me that the actual word for the skeleton in Spanish is el esqueleto. I will eat the clock. Then we use this. And I think we always summon Solfafnir, because if it gets destroyed, then we get, like, effects. So we got Negate, Quarian Gondrax, Forbidden Droplet, a Pop, maybe 2 if we feel like it, plus Ash and Nibiru. I'm feeling pretty good. What do you got, Banana? Time Lords! Well, I guess it's around that time, boys. Okay. You're not gonna attack into things? That's the whole thing without this. At the end of the battle phase, if this card battled, shuffled 1 card from your opponent controls into the deck, and if you do, inflict 500 damage. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this. What is this? Once per turn, you can target an attack position monster and equip it. Slurp. 59. 69. People ask, what's with that burn deck? I don't think this was a burn deck. I don't know what the hell it was. The Lightsworn Paladin. A bot? Usually bots attack. It's possible this can't be a masochist because they have too many good cards. Just like a kid? Timmy? Just someone playing like a handful? How did you get it to gold too? I guess you can't D-rank. But it's so early in the month. You must have played so many games. Or gotten incredibly lucky, I don't know. Ladies and non-ladies, do not be alarmed, but Master Duel has entered another Tier 0 format. Maliss is here, and it is stronger than it has ever been. Completely unhit with all its support. Stronger than the OCG. Stronger than the TCG. Actually, I was wrong. Panic! Panic! Everything's burning down! Ah! Actually, it's probably not that bad. I don't know, I played a little bit over the weekend. You may have noticed we went from Platinum 5 up into Platinum 4. So I played a few duels. I only ran into Maliss once. I did lose, but I went second with no hand traps, and they had BanMaxxC, and I still almost won. So I think Crystrons actually has a fairly good matchup against Maliss. The problem, of course, is that the same thing that people are citing to stop Maliss, the Artifact Lancias and the Chaos Hunters, also really hurt Crystrons. They kind of need to banish in order to do a lot of their plays, although they can do stuff without banishing. That's one of the great things about the modern Crystron deck, is like, even if nothing else, we can usually get our way to the trap or get our way to like a level 7 synchro plus Tristero so that we can make another level 7 synchro. So we should hopefully be pretty good. In fact, I'm not even gonna change up the deck yet. We're just gonna go in with the same build we've been using, the one that has the Horus package and the regular trap lineup with the Nibirus and everything, and see how this does. Now, that being said, I am prepared. If it turns out that Maliss is everywhere, that people have gotten better at it, that it's just absolutely unstoppable, we have this anti-Maliss version where I've got like 2 Lancia and 2 Chaos Hunter and the Charmies so that I can hopefully draw into them and then stop my opponent. So we are prepared just in case that happens. But I want to try it pure first and see just how bad this is. So let's jump in and have ourselves a time. OTK or GG. Alright, 6th duel. We finally get to go first. So far, not a single thing worth showing. Maybe this will be an actual interesting duel. So far, they've all either been one-sided stomps, big misplay fests, or my opponent just immediately surrenders. Let's try this. I'm SETI. With Smyger. Yay. Free cards. Free cards. I like free cards. Let's get this. And we've got almost anything, so... And my opponent surrenders. You know what, I guess we'll show this one, just to let people know how things are going. You know, if you come back and we're like 10 duels later and we're in high plat, it's because it's been this. It's been people surrendering, or we had like 1 Maliss and we had no hand traps. We had another one where we went first and our opponent had no hand traps and they just couldn't win. Oh, okay, 1 more win and we rank up. I had no idea we were about to rank up. Let's see if we do this. I don't have anything for the rank up. I used to put on the sunglasses. I just don't feel like doing it. I got the crystal already reflecting light. Got any hand traps? We got the best hand trap. And we've got 2 starters, so I'm just gonna fire this off now. Alright, BanMaxxC resolves. What to do, modern man? Oh, I see. Dark World? No. Reveal the snake, discard the snake, surrender. Welcome to Platinum, let me be your guide. People surrender no matter what you hide. Alright, alright. Okay, so I think what we do here is we start with the Smyger. And then before we don't even need to make the clockwork, we just do this here. And then if they have Ash, that instantly gives them 2 targets. They want to have to use it on this. Opening 2 droplet has to be one of the worst feelings. No, it's like opening any hand trap going first. Like, this really helps. Okay, the Imperm comes down here, but we do get to retain the Sulfador. And we haven't normal summoned, so I think we can still do full combo. No, actually it's gonna be... we'll see. Use Smyger. And we just won't get the trap, essentially. Get Inclusion. Inclusion effect. Let's add... Tristaros. I normal summoned already. I'm foolish. Okay, so we should have just gotten the trap there. For some reason I thought, I was like, oh yeah, we got Tristaros. This special summons itself. And I forgot we normaled the Smyger to begin with. Oh, we're fine, chat. BanMaxxC will save everything. BanMaxxC plus Droplet. Fuck. Okay. Hold up, it's not that bad. We good. We're good. Go Tristaros. You got BanMaxxC? Oh, buddy, that was the wrong move to make. Yeah, we just get the trap and then we give them nothing because they didn't do anything last time. It's Maneater Bug. I'm fine with that. So BanMaxxC gets them nothing. Then we Smyger. Get ourselves the trap. Go to battle phase. BanMaxxC ain't shit. It's Cyberjar. No. No, it's Wandering King Wild Winds. Okay, so they're playing Red Eyes. We absolutely have this. There's no way Red Eyes can play through Forbidden Droplet Imperm BanMaxxC cluster. Let's just hit them with the morale drain, chat. Draw phase BanMaxxC. It is hopeless. Surrender now in the face of adversity. Oh, they still going. All right. Bring it, Lucy. What do you got? Excuse me? Yeah, we can't allow them to do that, chat. Select another card. Oh no, I had two. It's fine. Ghost Bell! Ghost Bell because it gets a card. Well then, I did not know that could be Ghost Bell. I might be doomed, chat. Yeah, I can't hit them with anything. They're unaffected during the main phase. Yeah, I don't think they have the material to make something in main phase 1, like a Black Rose that can destroy. You know, I remember when this deck came out and everyone was telling me that, like, oh, it was useless to try to, like, set stuff and wait until the battle phase because they would just Black Rose and then annihilate you then. But that's never actually happened to me. Okay. Yeah, we just negate both right here, and we have to send a monster so they can't respond to it. And now they're just stuck. Spears? Spears! End of the main phase. Alright. We're not out of this yet. Spears can be an FTK under certain conditions. Oh, well, then we got inclusion. Yeah. I'll just summon this. I kind of just like to retain it if possible. Send these two. Activate this. Yeah, because at this point, what are they gonna... If they bounce one of these, yeah, and they realize it. It's like, that doesn't really do a whole lot. Like, spears can't stop us no matter what we do. Fadra. Hello, Mother. Hello, Fadra. It's your Tenpai. Or it isn't. Do we do this? Yeah. Just stop them from getting anything. Then we use this. Discard the Smyger. Summon. Pop. Summon. Get Tristaros. A Skeletus adds back the trap, so we have set stuff. Or so we can get rid of that. Then everything else is affected, so the rest of our effects will be good. And we can make the big thing. Really, I think the only thing we have to worry about at this point is Nibiru. Big level 5s, ha-cha. Big level 5s, ho-ho. Give me back my Tristaros. In attack mode. He ain't afraid of anything. Yeah, now we can make a level 7 during their turn. Sure. Put the inclusion, just for the defense. And then we go to battle phase. They don't have any of the synchros, so we're fine attacking 3 times. Yeah, and then we're good as soon as our turn starts. I spent so much time thinking about this, and it's like, no, we've got like a pretty commanding game here. Just anytime Tenpai shows up, it always feels tense. Because they're one of those... God damn it! You and your fucking ghost bells! Not this time, Lucille! I'm negating it! You are getting destroyed one way or another. You cannot stop me. Wild Wart. Fuck. Yeah, let's just Crystrons here. Yeah. Fuck, I got so caught up in the Tenpai thing, I completely forgot they also had access to this. Is Navy Dragon Mech a when? Battle phase? Oh, buddy. You didn't read Crystron Inclusion, did you? I searched it for a reason. You will not be outing my only removal. Oh. Oh, it's like that, is it? Yeah, I'll just hold on to this. Okay, well, everything turned out better than expected, chat. I thought they would be making all sorts of plays and shit. But no, as always, I just worked myself getting more anxious about this deck than I had any right to. For a second there, I was almost like, wait, is this genius? Is this Tenpai? The ability to OTK with Tenpai, but the ability to build a go first board? But if you wanted that, you would play Sky Striker Tenpai, right? Like, that's just, like, the better version. We still haven't been hit with, like, Artifact Lancia, or Chaos Hunter, or, what's it called, Imperial Iron Wall. None of the, like, no banish cards. I put a whole counter up there because I thought it would be a common occurrence, and so far, nothing. Okay, 45 cards. Let's just start with inclusion. A lot of this deck is like deciding what stuff to do first. Okay, so now we have the ability to make Quarian Gondrax or one of our level 7s. Plus the trap now pops 2. Plus the Omni Negate. We can't activate another one of these. I was a fool to grab these. The Fiendsmith. Yeah, sure. They tracked in. Yeah, this is like the biggest Quarian Gondrax of our career, chat. Then we get everything. Just activate the Crystrons in response to this. The level 5. And then we make the big, the bold, the Quarian Gondrax. Big spiky. And then if you did, like, you know, go ahead and donate to the Patreon too while you're at it. Like, I'd appreciate that. Very few light fiends. So now they can summon the Engraver, but they don't have anything to do with it. Granted, all of this was off of 1 card. They still have 4 cards in hand. Yeah, we do this and hope they don't have emergency. They had emergency. Yeah, we'd negate the emergency. And that's all it takes, baby! Da 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 da. I like that the I can keep time. It's a metronome. Let's see what they got. Perulia? I mean, I ain't summoning from the hand. Ash Blossom? It's unfortunate to have to do this, but I do have to do this. Now my Ash Blossoms are dead. So that's fine. Summon from the hand? No, no, no. We will be summoning from the graveyard today. And this is one of the few times where we actually want to try to make the vampire. Because we have no other starters otherwise. We really gotta hope that we can mill 4 and hit a good Crystron. Smiker or Solfefnir. Not Solfefnir. Has to be Smiker or Theistvern. It does allow us to get a peek into what they're doing too. Huh. We really don't have a peek. Salvador! Solfador effect. Because they can't ash us, they've already ashed. Then we grab the Smiker. I don't know why I'm deck thinning. That doesn't really like benefit us in any way. Go for this, and from here it's like the same combo you've seen every time, right? We're just doing the Askeletus, make the thing. We'll be back when I'm done, unless something interesting happens. I think we're in pretty good position. We've got the double pop with Cluster, we've got Imperm, we've got Cyber Dragon Infinity, and we can still make Quarian Gondrax or something else, depending on what they have. Granted, I said this while we were off. It looks like we're playing against another Tenpai deck, just based on all the hand traps they're playing. Most people aren't playing Perulia. Okay, so now we can't get to the Quarian Gondrax. Battle phase. I was about to say, what are you doing? Are you just crashing so you could get a draw, but then they attack the defense position? Well, we take what we could get, you know? We built the ultimate board. That's kind of what this deck is about. It's one of those weird dualities, right? Like, yeah, and there we go. My instincts were correct. Good thing they didn't get the Lancea or the Chaos Hunter. I'd be in a bad way. But yeah, I was gonna say, the weird thing about this deck, right, is that if it works, it's kind of boring because you just build this field that is almost impossible. Like, I feel like most of the duels in which I win, I'm just coming back and you're watching me unleash 4 things of removal on someone who only has 3 cards left. The only duels where it's really interesting are the ones where it becomes like a grind game and I'm using like the graveyard resources and some of the other toolbox elements to try to survive. And the problem, of course, is that like Maliss is just way better at that. We both have a good grind game, but the Maliss grind game is something else. We'll have to see if we can get a good duel where I actually win or we get close, at least before I start putting in like the Lanceas and stuff like that. This Ash is gonna have to do a lot of work. And that was your only starter. Well, what can I say, chat? That Ash did a lot of work. I wasn't expecting it to do a lot of work, but, you know, these are the times we live in. This is what happens from day to day. Was that an Abiru I smell? Sniffing it out. Oh, yes. Time to rock out. Oh, wait, I've used all the level 5s in my deck. I can't actually make Samurai Destroyer, chat. Yep, okay. I was wrong. I was mistaken. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. We just summoned back Elasceletus, right? Oh, they had Ghost Bell too! Hold up, chat. I may be owned. Triss doesn't have to be part of the material. Gotcha. Just to clarify, you definitely could have played around that, right? I don't think I could have played entirely around that, but I could have made Samurai Destroyer. For some reason, well, not for some reason, I thought that Crystrons had to be used as the tuner in the synchro summon, but it doesn't. It summons something and then you have to use cards on the field. So I could have made Samurai Destroyer, and Samurai Destroyer does bring itself or any machine monster back from the graveyard once it's been sent. So I could have used that to try to get Crystrons, and then if they Ghost Belled that, then I could use the spell to get Crystrons back. Then that leaves me with double pops and lowering their attack by 500, and even if they get rid of Crystrons, it gets to summon something else back. Oh wait, no, because it wasn't seeing. Either way, I could have ended on better stuff, but it didn't matter. We still won. We still got it. We're good. This ain't great. This loses to like one Ash. Well, we gotta try it. Okay. Charmy. Okay. Give him one here, but then we can use the Sulfador and the BanMaxxC. Aren't you glad that you have hand traps that let you draw into BanMaxxC, chat? Send these two. Use Theistvern. There's the Ash. So we won't get to end on Tristalos. But that means they can't stop us from getting the trap. So we've got Imperm, we've got one pop, we've got a BanMaxxC of our own into a 5. They've used nothing. Nothing at all! Yep, and this is definitely Maliss. Yeah, we just do this here. I should have done it at the start. The chance that they'll draw into something that can stop it. Yeah. We had a normal summon. Yeah, I know. What did you want me to do with it? Inclusion for Tristalos? I think I would rather have ended on Cluster. Yeah. It looks like they don't have anything because they banished the same one. So we just pop Maliss and Underground here. And we shuffle back one of our starters. Called by? Alright, there goes our follow-up. You could target one face-up card on the field. Okay, so if worse comes to worse, we can shuffle back our card, pop our own Sulfador, Sulfador pop the cluster to summon itself. Getting rid of the turtle? The turtle doesn't do anything! Alright, Maliss ain't shit, chat. Too many draw cards, not enough cards that do things. Another one. Yeah, so now we actually we don't use the Sulfador. We destroy this by shuffling back this. Then we normal summon Smyger. Activate Sulfador. Pop the Smyger. Dominus Impulse, eh? Alright, our opponent doesn't have much, and I don't want to give them anything more. We're currently sitting on 2 disruptions for their 2-card hand. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Yeah, we just in-perm here. They go for Lizardos. Lizardos is a quick effect? Wait, no, it's not. So I can just pop this now? Give me my turtle back. And there we go! We finally beat Maliss! All we had to do was go first, and they played all the hand traps, and we had to play very carefully and under BanMaxxC and stuff. But the fact that we can kind of do that allowed us to get a victory. Huzzah! Huzzahs all around. This time we're playing against a goblin. I don't like them. I don't like goblins. And it's Maliss again. Maybe we do have to break out the anti-Maliss techs. And then this'll stop him, right? You don't got another normal summon. No, they just had the cross out designator. Well, I guess this is where we gotta bring it in, because this is one where we were playing the Horus engine, and that would be the anti-Maliss version. We take out the Horus engine and replace these with like Lancias. And if these had been Lancias, we probably would have just won. We talked about this in the last episode, chat. One of the biggest problems with people in Plat is that they give up too easily. Especially when they hear, you know, we've got a tier 0 deck, it's so strong, there's no way you can beat it. People mess up. They're not infallible. And every time you play against them, you learn a little bit more. You just gotta go in with the assumption like, I am going to lose the first few times I play against Maliss. But every time I battle against them, I learn something new. And in doing so, I get better and better at the matchup. This deck is not unstoppable, it's not unbeatable, and this is the strongest it'll ever be. It's only gonna get weaker from here, baby.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Ripperoni. Alright, so I've lost enough duels to Maliss now that I feel it's time to change up the deck to try to modify it to fit the meta. However, we're near the end of the stream. I only got about 15-20 minutes left, so I don't want to switch to an entirely new version of the deck tonight. I don't want to go on the lingering Floodgate version. Instead, we're just going like halfway to end things off. We've swapped out the Nibirus for Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. This is a little bit better against Maliss, and it also stops our stuff from being banished and called by, which gives us a little bit more utility. And we're also putting a cross-out designator, so we can stop stuff like BanMaxxC a little bit more often, and hopefully have better plays when we're going first. We're probably not going to stick on this version very long, that's why it's only a 0.5, but we'll try this out, and then next time, we'll jump on that anti-Maliss bandwagon. Going second. Alright. We've got our BanMaxxC. I can Ghost Bell this. Huh. I don't know why I can Ghost Bell this, but it's enough. And there you go. That's why you play Ghost Bell, chat. Our opponent is on a win streak. Let's see if we can take them down. Maybe a peg, maybe even a whole something else. I ain't liking this. This ain't good. Perulia. Okay, so that pretty much guarantees that it's fucking Tenpai, right? Yeah, and once again, I think we just go into Galaxy. Or Tier, I suppose. This is actually really neat, chat. One of the you know, a lot of people talking about the Millennium Engine being really good. Normally, I would have to give them a draw by summoning this from my hand, but I can use King Sarcophagus to send this from my hand to just send another copy of Horus. And now I can summon it from the graveyard and not give them a draw. Neat. Okay. We send this. We banish the Smyger. And we get the Trap card. Then we summon the Sulfafnir by discarding the Trap. Again, doing everything to play around the Molt Charmy. I ain't summoning shit from the hand. You can't make me. El Diablo? No. El Esqueletus. Now we Tristaros. We get 2 level 5s, each one more 5 than the last. For a second, I always think it's Nibiru, and I completely forget that El Esqueletus triggers there. And then we do this to grab back. Yeah. Come at me, bro. I'm ripped. I got plays you can't even imagine. Hit me with the super poly. In the case of this, we just make the car. We've got enough ways to deal with their monsters. Widow Anchor! Ultimate Slayer! Ah, the Meteorologic Aggregator. Touché, Salesman. I did not consider that one. And then that gets to negate a card. Yeah. I'll use this because I know they have the other thing. Otherwise, bad stuff happens. Yep, I shouldn't have let them do that, but I didn't think they had anything good. Oh, they going hard in the paint. Okay, the Widow Anchor comes down now. The other Widow Anchor. I mean, yeah, I'll negate that one. That way you don't have my negate. Of course. Of course! You get the Imperm. And they had the fire. Yeah, we're gonna lose this anyway, so we just go ahead and Forbidden Droplet. We send the Dawn Dragster and... Oh, we just send the Dawn Dragster. I was like, we need to send both so we can negate this, but we don't have to. Oh, buddy. Effect? It's time for my main girl, Citri! What up, bitch? Did you know I can synchro during the battle phase? 'Cause I'm gonna... Yoink. Would you like to making fuck destroyer? My love for you is like a truck destroyer. How do you like it when someone synchros on your battle phase? It's not very nice, is it? Black Rose. Do I do this just to shuffle something back? Yeah, I guess so. Let's... Yeah, we just want to shuffle some stuff so we have a better chance to draw, because we're going to lose it anyway. And then Destroyer will summon... Yeah. What up? Let's just foolish for 2. We did it, chat. It's one of the rare times when, like, you know, we had a pretty unstoppable board, all the stuff, but they chewed through every piece of it, and we just barely got out. But fortunately, Samurai Destroyer and Citri had the power of God and anime. One more win and we go into Platinum 1. We're going a little slower than I wanted. The Maliss meta has been a little difficult, but we're still making progress. We're still moving right along. We're like the Muppet movie in its prime. Dun 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 bum 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 bum. Ha ha. Alright. Going second, and all we have is in perm. That does not bode well. But they have a 60-card deck. Maybe they bricked. Yeah, we just hit this, right? Because otherwise they absolutely get into, like, everything, and we don't want that. And then we just lean back and hope that's all they got. Hmm? Oh. Oh, okay. Neat. Okay, that was pretty much all they got. Oh, baby. They can't stop this. Discard Happy. Send I'm SETI. Like, the negate from this is something we can negate, right? What does this actually say? Opponent activates a monster, you contribute this, becomes your opponent destroys 1 Yubel. And what is this one? Horus can't be destroyed. At the start of the damage step, if Horus battles, you could send it to the graveyard. Okay. So you know what? Maybe we could do more, but they already seem to be bricking. I think we'll just play it safe and get extra stuff. We'll just use the spell to send it to the graveyard. Attack for 3k. Then in main phase 2, because if they're bricked, chat, they're probably bricked on hand traps. So then we can make this before we do the Crystrons stuff and retain this for like Nibiru or Ash or whatever. And then just do our Crystron combos at our leisure. And you've seen the Crystron combos by now. I won't make you watch them. We'll be back when something happens. Alright, they stuck around through all this. They must have something. Either that or they don't understand what's on the board. Either way, I think our chances are pretty good. But I don't want to get too cocky here. Last thing I need to do is become a chicken. I will allow it. This didn't work last time. Maybe it'll stop them this time too. Doesn't destroy though, so they can make like a Typhon or... Oh, they get another normal summon. Yeah, we just negate that. Show me what you got. They got nothing. They're all out of gas, and we still had gas in the tank. And what have we learned from American imperialism? He who has the gas usually wins. And that's why we go up to Platinum 1. I hope you've learned some things. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I think I'm probably done for the night, but I hope you enjoyed. Next time, Diamond most likely. Alright, ladies and non-ladies, here we are, stream number 3 of Climbing with Crystrons, and we're almost up into Diamond. It took a little bit longer than I thought, but I'm pretty confident in our ability to smash past Platinum 1 and make our way into Diamond, especially now that we're pulling out all the stops and playing the anti-Maliss version of Crystron. Although we're trying a little more experimental version of it. We're playing alongside the BanMaxxC, of course, 3 Molcharmy Fuelos. This is something that Maliss has a tough time playing around. They summon a lot from the deck and from the extra deck. So this will hopefully draw us into stuff. And then we're playing kind of like a Noah's Ark style package of hand traps. 2 Lancia, 2 Chaos Hunter, 2 Nibiru. That's because everyone's playing cross out and we don't want to have like any particular one be stopped. That way we have other options. Plus, playing 4 of these instead of just like 3 copies of Lancia gives us more chance to find our anti-banish cards. And if somehow you're unfamiliar with these or why these are anti-Maliss, Artifact Lancia is a hand trap. You discard it, neither player can banish for the rest of the turn. And Chaos Hunter, when your opponent special summons, you could discard a card, special summon this from your hand. Your opponent cannot banish cards. So this just kind of stays on the field. Of course, if they get rid of it, then they can banish again. But until they do, they can't banish. We can. This is just like a one-turn thing. And the entire Maliss deck, like, requires them to banish cards. If they can't banish, their turn's just over. They cannot do anything. Which I should also say, when I was going into this month, there was a lot of people telling me, like, oh, the big problem playing Crystron is that Lancia stops your turn too, or Chaos Hunter. If you get hit with either of these, you're just over. There's nothing you can do. And that's completely false. There's still tons of stuff that you can do with Crystron. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are certain hands, certain situations where this would end your turn, but the same can be said of, like, Imperm, the same can be said of Ash. If you don't have a lot of extenders, there's not much you can do. But in almost every case, you're able to end on at least the trap, at least, like, a Tristeros, maybe even make your way into Cyber Dragon Infinity. So, you know, it doesn't hurt us as much as it hurts them. So I think we actually have a little bit of advantage if everyone's going in hard on the anti-Maliss counters. So this is Crystron Mark II. Let's take it on the ladder and see if it'll win us some games. Uh-oh. Well, at least we get to go first. That'll give us a big advantage. We're gonna need it, chat, because we're up against Mike. And not just any Mike. This Mike is stronger than the others. This is Mega Mike 4. More Mike than you could possibly imagine, Ghost Miger. I'm sorry. Or yeah, I guess Ghost Miger, because I want to summon Solfepnir. Tristeros. Let's include. Nothing so far. Door, Sulfador. Yep, it's the same combo you've seen a million other ways. But mine's different. We're gonna set this. I think we're gonna keep the droplet in our hand, because it seems likely that this is Maliss. And I want to be able to Chaos Hunter them, if need be. But we've got Double Pop, Spell Trap Negate, Omni Negate. After we Spell Trap Negate, we can use this as a 5 and go into Quarian Gondrax. Yeah, I'll negate that. Vroom vroom. Activate this. Tristeros. We can add another to the Q counter, chat. Get Citri out here. The citrine on my hat will guide us. 2 plus 2 plus 5 now. Quarian Gondrax. What you sending to the graveyard, buddy? Gonna have yourself a good time, eh? Let's just go ahead and do a triple banish if you don't mind. We'll get rid of you. Another card? Yes. You. Another card? Yes. You. There we go. Just get all the light fiends out of here. Fire King Island? Yeah, we have to stop that. Alright, we're almost out of stuff. We've just got a double pop, and if they're on Fire King, that might not be very useful. Okay, we've got 8,100 on board. I say we just go for it, mates. I don't know why I'm turning Australian there. What are they gonna do? Die about it? 25, 26, 3,000? Now that is smooth! Going first. This is full combo. You do full combo through Ashe or Valor, but nothing else. I don't think Valor's really in this format.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
And I could summon this if I wanted to, but it wouldn't do anything. But we're still pretty good. We got an Omni Negate. We've got the potential to make 2 or 3 different things. We've still got Nibiru, and we've got Chaos Hunter if this somehow manages to be Maliss. Well, do we want to give up? Yeah, I think we want to give up the Omni Negate to protect 2 negates. Unfortunate, because now if they have another power spell, I might be a little doomed. That's a powerful spell! Ah, I see. Get a field spell. Yeah, I think we have to go for the car. As much as I like to make Quarian Gondrax, if they're grabbing a field spell specifically, if they're going through that much trouble to get a field spell, we should probably get something that can negate the field spell. And that someone was asking me beforehand, like, you know, does Crystrons feel less exciting now that they've changed? Oh, they're actually playing Crystal Beast. Holy shit. Discard a level 8, draw 2 cards. Okay, yeah, I think we negate this. We allow them to activate that. They'll get Horus. They'll try to get the other thing, and then we can called by the Horus. Oh no, now there's nothing I can do. So then they get I'm SETI. I'm SETI discard with something else. And that leaves them on 1 card. Fuck, they already had it. They already had it, chat! Yeah, I think we still take the, we still take I'm SETI out of there. Banish the Happy. They can send another one, and then at best they can get to 2 level 8s. But what I was saying is, the Crystrons, they used to be able to, you would set up a board, and that board would give you the ability to make, like, one of, like, 4 or 5 different synchro monsters. And now, it's easier to make it, but all you can really do is go into either, you know, Dawn Dragster, Samurai Destroyer, which you almost never go into, or Quarian Gondrax. And I think if they would have bounced something, that's just, like, fine, right? The car? Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Hello. So, yeah, we just do this. Discard you. Ah, come on! Floodgates! It's fine because I've already sent the Smyger, which means I can get the Cluster. Unfortunately, they haven't summoned enough out of the extra deck for me to get stuff. It's not great, but we're still in a decent position. Yeah, so what we're gonna do here is activate this now, use the effect, we're gonna pop the Sarcophagus, and that way they can't use the effect. Yeah, we'll shuffle back this. So now they have to destroy it by battle. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, we have to stop that. Take 300! Don't tell me you have two oh, it's Zeus. Yeah. Chaos Hunter. Now this can beat over the Happy, and then I can pop the Teak-Boo. You fucking what? If a Horus leaves the field by card effect... Okay, it's by card effect. Of course, once I pop this, then the Zeus gets the other material, but we've got to do it. I mean, if they clear the board, they're in a worse position than us. We can play out of the graveyard. They can't. So we beat over the Happy. The Zeus activates. Then we're going to activate this. Pop the Teak-Boo. They Zeus. It's not dead yet. Damn it. I was like, and then we can react. We can do the Crystrons. Yeah, I need to draw any Crystron and then I'm off to the races, but until then.
12 seconds later.
Okay, and we drew any Crystron. That's all we needed to do. Go, Solfepnir. Get me the tools. Citri, yeah. We get Smyger. Smyger gets me the spell. Activate the spell. Search another Smyger, because it's all we have left in the deck. Make Sulfador. We don't send any cards to the graveyard, because we only have one Smyger left. I'm not sure you're pronouncing Smyger correctly. I am. You are mistaken. Just get double Tristeros. Yeah, I think we just get double Tristeros, because that allows us to get the trap back. Two of them things. Two of them things. Double a Skeletus. How do you get over Zeus? Just weaken it a whole bunch. Everything goes down by 1,000. The thing is, we're almost out of resources. But we have the double pop and we have the BanMaxxC. I'm tempted. Yeah, we're just going to BanMaxxC here. If they have anything they can do, we'll draw off of it. Get into the rest of our non-engine. We got 19 cards left in deck. Well, might as well, chat. I drew into the Chaos Hunter. And face. BanMaxxC was correct. The BanMaxxC paid off. I do take 1,000. They have something? If they have the fucking, like, the dragon that, like, deals damage, I'm gonna be so salty. What the hell do you have over there? Lava Golem for game? Okay. Oh, that was an ordeal, but we made it through the other end. Battle Fader? Would not be surprised. No, they going first. Okay. All we have is Lancia. Primite. The unfortunate thing about this is that, it only works during the opponent's turn. So I can't counter Drill Beam unless they activate it during their turn. They're summoning Cosmo Queen. Lair of Darkness. I mean, I guess it does make tokens. I see. Hello. I mean, I guess I might as well. They probably ain't gonna summon anything, but I'm gonna lose it anyway. Of course, the thing about that is it didn't get rid of the spell. So I can get Sulfador. The problem is I opened with both of my Tristaroses, so I can't get them back nearly as easily. I don't have, like, any way to reasonably bait out an Imperm, because nothing I summon does anything except Tristaros. Maybe I should play a third Tristaros just in case. Let's try this. Yeah, I guess we get this. We activate, send off you, summon, destroy, activate, and we just get a Smiger. Will they tribute it off to do something? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I think we're fine. And then before we lock ourselves, I'm just gonna do this. I kept waiting for them to, like, tribute this to do something. But now that we've got this in the graveyard, that allows us to get the trap. So unless they have another virus that can, like, pop all the traps, we can use this to blow up the Lair of Darkness. So Tristaros. All cards, all monsters with 1500 or less defense. Okay. So it does nothing, but that also does nothing. Okay. What are you, afraid to take at 500? Yeah, I think my only fear is this is the card that's like, tribute an opponent's monster, destroy a card. Because if they could stop my trap before I can get rid of the field spell, I'm a little doomed. Pay 2,000, declare one normal monster name. It can't be destroyed, special summon the declared monster. Okay. Also, why did you do this at the end of this turn? You're under the Mulch Army, so now I get to draw a card. They taken a while to type. They the one-finger typist over here, like Grandma. Click, click, click. I just imagine them, like, trying to spell the name, and maybe they don't know it right, and it keeps coming up as the wrong thing. Patiently waiting for a track to explode on, like 50 Cent in his prime. Oh, they blinking. They got that McDonald's Wi-Fi. They got that counting all day, and I don't know why. McDonald's Wi-Fi. Who knows what you'll get or why. Oh, right. Unfortunate for them, connection lost. I am very curious what they might have summoned, though. At least they're playing something interesting. It's just not very good. Yeah, it's just another Cosmo Queen. They couldn't type it in fast enough. It's just Cosmo Queen, and they've got some Bestials, and they're playing all the viruses. I wonder if this is, like, a pretty good hard counter to Maliss. Like, if you go first, and you Eradicator them, does that stop them? Alright, Legos, one more duel and we make it into Diamond 5. And just to make sure that I have the proper incentive, I have a glorious award waiting for me. The Theistvern Pop, the rock candy of candies. They're really delicious. I'm not gonna eat it on stream, but they are really good. They're actually kind of like too good. Like I bought this whole bundle being like, oh, it's a prop, it's cool, I can use it for the thing, and also I haven't had these since a kid, I wanted to try. And then I eat like one of them, and it's just sugar. It's just like crystallized sugar. It's crazy. Also, this is full combo, and we've got 2 called by, so we're probably pretty good, but I guess we're gonna find out. As always, you know, since the very beginning, I've showed you the one combo, now we're just skipping through it. I'll be back when something happens. You and that was anticlimactic. They just kind of realized, like, yeah, you got full combo, I don't have full combo, I don't want to watch you go through this, and we rank up into bear rank. We're now where we usually start on any other, like, ladder climb, on most of the ladder climbs. I'm curious, what even was that? Was it just Maliss? No. Good! Good, I'm glad! You know what? I didn't want to duel against that! You're no fun! King Tiger Wang Hu! Oh, you! First duel in Platinum, and our opponent is already trying to rush us, chat. They want to be playing rush duels. Fortunately, they're going first, so hopefully they won't be able to, like, rush us along or anything. But they're sitting there just like, hurry up, damn! Also, I didn't think you could put damn up here. I thought that would be like one of those hidden words, you know? For someone named hurry up, I see. They just want to speedrun Yu-Gi-Oh! They want as few interactions as possible. My deck's all water. I don't give a fuck. Barrier statue of the torrent? Get a better barrier statue, buddy. Well, you know, I gotta give it to them. They wanted to, they didn't have time for a game. They didn't have time for a game. They hurried up and got out of there. We got our first win in Diamond. Oh, win and I already got a rank. Okay. We just had like 2 duels in a row where we started to combo and our opponent just surrendered. We're going second. Will it be another Floodgate Turbo? I mean, they've got the Fiendsmith, so I've got to assume they like Fiendsmith. Ooh, buddy. Ooh, boy. Get the trap, get preparations, okay. Crossout Designator, Kashtira Unicorn. Okay. Foolos. I think we saved the BanMaxxC. Even though we could get 2 draws, if we do that, there's a chance they'll do, like, they won't do anything. Now they know what we're on. Oh, 1 Crystrons down. That does actually hurt. Especially since the other one's in our hand. Oh, bar on the floor. Yeah, you know what? We'll do this now. Called by. Okay, they used it now. That's good. It's a little tricky. They'll get the unicorn back. They have the negate from Barone. We're down 1 Crystrons, but we've got like every starter. So we're in pretty good position. Oh, okay. Crystrons now. Yeah. And then we sold Fefnir for the Smiker. They're allowing it. Summon, destroy. Sulfador, this boy. You know what? Let's see if they use it on Smiker. We're just going to go into a Skeletus, and we are not going to activate the effect. No. And now we just do everything at our leisure. This, we use this. Yeah, they'll be able to take out something, but I don't think it'll be enough. Yeah, they could take out CDI if they wanted to. But then that leaves us with the Quarian Gondrax and stuff. Yeah, they just take the CDI. You. Theistvern. I don't think I have, but I still think this is the best move. Yeah, I normal summon Tristeros. Get the second one. This adds back the trap. Now we've got a double pop. Yeah. Another tuner. It'll be really interesting to see how this works. If this card battles, your opponent cannot activate cards and effects, and that monsters are negated. And then this says you know, if this attacks, that monster's effects are negated. So I don't know who wins out. They're both continuous. Yeah, I have to stop this. Yep, go ahead. There goes my car! Okay, now we don't have to find out, chat. Activate this. And because we've got two, we can blow up both of these. You! Oh! My turtle! Big eyes at Big Eye time? No, they're going for Shangri-Ira. Okay. We just win, right? Like, then we just win? I guess if they have, like, evenly matched, we're good. But otherwise, yeah. We just taken them down to the Paradise City, where the losses are big and it ain't pretty. Also, was that a rank up? I forget. Yeah. Yeah, we rank up. Yay! Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Go in first. Go in first. Go in first. You know it isn't the worst. With this hand, it might be the worst. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we gotta add one to the counter. Yeah, we did get Lanciad. They just, This is not Maliss. Yeah, that's fine. Ryu-Ge. Fortunately, I did a Let's Learn on this. Sure. Let me just get the old Yoinky Sploinky underway. Yoinky! They're a Pendulum deck, so I think we play the Dawn. No, wait, we play this and then we get double pops, right? And I guess we add this back to our hand so we can use it next time. See, Chad, getting Lanciad isn't so bad. Didn't stop our plays at all. We still made our way to Skeletus and the Trap. I'm sorry, you fucking what? There's a lot of things that you can mix Ryu-Ge with. I did not think Odd Eyes was one of them. Nani? Yep, two Pendulums. Hello, Electromite. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we've saved the Imperm just for you. And that's all it takes. Easy as 1-2 pie. Alright, that's full combo. We're up against Power Rocks. I like rocks, chat. Comment in the comment if you like rocks. Also, what's your favorite rock? I'm a big fan of granite. Very tough, very hard rock. Not like the cafe, but still pretty decent. So we're gonna Smiger here because if they have Ash or whatever, it literally does nothing. Ah, but they have that. Do we Lancia? Sure. We're never gonna use this again. If they've got BanMaxxC, we've got the Ash for it. This is exactly why we're playing all the things. And now I use this. If they Ash it, fine. Yep. You fell right for it. If they didn't Ash it, then we get the trap there. Since they did Ash it, I think we're off the trap, but we do get full combo, so, you know, there's that. There you go. Alright, Maliss, show me what you got. If they had Lancia as well, we would not be able to end on nearly as much. Yeah. Where else are we gonna Ash? Maliss. Do that. Dormouse. Dormouse effect. We rip off the Infinity. Because that destroys it. Nothing. That's right, nothing! Maliss ain't shit. Maliss ain't shit. And welcome, Legos and non-Legos, to the 4th stream, the official halfway point of the series. 3 streams lay behind us, 3 streams lay ahead. And while I was able to play a little bit over the weekend, you know, I got up into Diamond 3, I didn't do a whole lot. I was mostly grinding the event, getting some gems up there. We got the Fusion Link Festival going on right now, playing with Melodious. You'll have to come down to Twitch if you're curious, which I guess, by the way, if you didn't know, which I don't know how you wouldn't know, well, with chat up here, but I record all these on Twitch, twitch.tv/Hardleg Gaming. There's a link down in the description. Come on down sometime. I record every Tuesday and Thursday, if you're curious. We have a dang old, fun old time. And yeah, the only reason I'm really bringing that up is because I have nothing else to report. You know, the meta hasn't shifted consistently. The deck is still performing well. We're still on the same version of the deck, the anti-Maliss version, which hasn't been fighting a ton of Maliss, but turns out that Lancia and Chaos Hunter and Foolos are just kind of good in general, so having these in here isn't hurting things at all, especially with just how good Crystrons are in general. You know, they may have lost some toolbox elements, but they're a very consistent, very powerful deck with a lot of grind game potential. If you don't kill them on the first turn or banish their entire graveyard, they're definitely coming back. So we're just going to keep going with the second version of this and see if we can get our way into Master tonight. First duel of the day, and we're going second. Not exactly what we want to see, but maybe we'll get a good going second hand, you know? We'll get some cool stuff. Well, it's probably the best going second hand. It's just a shame because we do not have a starter. We have a Balatro ass hand, as I like to say. I spinning. Albion, the Shrouded Dragon. Yeah, that's fine by me. They put that in the graveyard. They can banish that to get a branded spell trap, but they don't have one in the graveyard. Yeah, we BanMaxxC here. Hey, there's a starter. We did it. Okay, free special summon. Blazing Cartesia. They are doomed, dragon. Huh. I thought with this fused, it had to use itself. Masquerade. And then we can save the Lancia. The Tax Dragon! Okay, they're using this now to get branded in high spirits. Maybe I should have let them get to branded fusion, then they play into Nibiru. Okay, the question is, how do we get rid of the Tax Dragon without just fucking dying? So we use this. Oh, they're fusion summoning now. Okay, that's worth another 600. 2 Maxx's. That's twice as many. Maybe they'll fuse off with this? No. Oh, God. I should probably be counting this. Fortunately, that's all one effect. Special summon one. Okay. Go Tristaros. Yeah, I think I have to. It's a pity that none of this is triggered Chaos Hunter, because it's a when you can. Because that would solve all my problems immediately. Yeah, I think I have to do this. I'm so close to being fucking dead. Fortunately, because of this, they can't banish it. And then this is the final one, right? Yeah. Very close. Okay, battle phase. Let's get rid of this one first. Then we... Yeah, we have to crash, unfortunately. Yeah, they can bring it back, but it doesn't have the burn effect if it's not fusion summoned. Do you smell that, Branded? Do you smell what the rock is cooking? Called by the Jade. I should have summoned that in defense. Fuck. Oh yeah. Not once per turn. Doesn't have to go to the graveyard. Yeah, we get Tristaros back. Not so fast, Branded. I won't be destroyed by you this turn. This should be game. I can only hope. I've only got 200 life points left, so they could do something cheeky and just, like, burn me. I don't know what they have. Let's add the Toidle. Send you... no, I don't think so. I should have summoned it in attack mode, and then I could make the thing I wanted. Or, and then I could have absorbed it with, Cyber Dragon Infinity. Oh shit, my time's almost up. Gotta go fast, can't talk. Oh wait, I couldn't absorb a token anyway. What am I thinking of? Running out of time, running out of life points. I'm just absorbing this so I don't have anything in attack mode. Yep, that's it. Yeah, I just want to stop that. Stop all the follow-up. Stop all the downloading. And then we do this. Just walling up and also limiting all their actions. Can't banish, spell trap negate, that negate. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, and then we have to do this. Yes. And they can't save it with this. Sure, I'm gonna lose it anyway. Oh wait, it's because of Chaos Hunter. I was like, ah, this doesn't work. It doesn't work because they can't banish anything. This is a one-sided Lancia. And then Branded Fusion, which gets negated by Dawn Dragster. And then we just turn off Chain. It took 2 BanMaxxCs and a Nibiru, but we made it past that one. Whew. That was a good branded player. To be fair, if BanMaxxC wasn't there, I would have had some other kind of hand trap. Maybe we would have still been able to stop him, who knows. That was a difficult one, though. Got all the branded stuff. Is this another branded gamer? Gamer... Aren't some Beanie Babies worth actual money? I'm sure some of them are. Yep, it's just another branded. They always start the same way. What if you could not banish? Wouldn't that be funny? Oh fuck, they can do it now. Shit, you guys! For some reason, I was like, they can't activate it now. But it's a trap. It's a trap. They can activate it as a quick effect. Unfortunately, I have the Ash, too. Unfortunately, I do not have a starter of any kind. Hello. You'll just draw one next turn. Yeah, I mean, with Solfefnir, any Crystron is a starter. Except another copy of Solfefnir. There's Granola Bar, the Dusk Dragon. Could you imagine the world where in order to activate these banished from the graveyard? Ha! I might be dead. In-perm column, why? I don't control any monsters, it ain't gonna do anything. Plus it makes them think I might have in-perm. Okay, so we do this. They can in-perm target me! My effects will be negated. Chat, you watch me every day. What are my effects? Have continuous effect. Leg is hard. Well, that's any Crystron. It sucks to lose the Citri this way, but we can do it. Fuck it. Fubalos. I'm not gonna be able to activate it after I do something. Called by... You rat bastard. Fortunately, I have the cross out. Ah! This is what I deserve for Maxxing last turn. Nothing really mattered. Anyone can see. Don't tell me you top-decked Ash off of that. Aquarius, okay. That's about as good as it could get. For us. Okay, battle phase. I don't think they're dead, but... You know, don't let anyone say we went quietly into the night, chat. We cleared their board, we eliminated everything, we managed to get a whole bunch of shit, and yeah, they have 11 cards in hand. But what are they gonna do with those 11 cards? They've only got 8 cards left in extra deck. Sophie, welcome with a party of 11. Yeah, I think I do this. We save the negate for something that really needs it. Super Poly! Shit, you guys! I still get to shuffle something back. I guess we put back something we could summon with it. Okay, they have Mirror Jade, but they can't get over our stuff. It's the second Super Poly that gets you, chat. Son of a bitch! And these don't float when they're sent that way. Why are you doing anything? You have game on board. Why are you trying to flex when you drew 12 cards from BanMaxxC? It's Jover. Yeah. I mean, what are we gonna do? They drew 2 Super Poly. Well, we tried our best. They're like, yeah, I'm playing Light and Darkness Dragon. Like, okay. I've seen that before. Normal summon. I have a feeling BanMaxxC is in my future. Have they never seen a Crystron before? Ah, I see, the Lancia. Ooh, this is one of those hands where, like, getting Lancia does actually kind of turn almost everything off. Because we can send, this sends 2 things to the graveyard, but we can't banish any of those things. It does have more defense, though. Yeah, and getting stuff in the graveyard gives us more fuel for the trap. So, we'll summon this. Oh, Ashing 2. Alright, 2 cards down. Fortunately, we opened the trap. Tristeros pass. Yeah, I guess we could have Tristeros too. They would have ashed that either way. I wanted to get set up in the graveyard. So, 4 cards. We've got 1 Pop and Nibiru. They got Blue Eyes everything, so maybe Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes doesn't often play into Nibiru, but they do occasionally. Uh-oh. That ain't Nibiru. Or that ain't Blue Eyes. The Fiendsmith. Alright. Fiendsmith does play to Nibiru pretty well, though. Like, I'm pretty sure there's no way that they can get to anything that stops Nibiru before they enter Nibiru range, right? Because they go Lurry into Engraver, Engraver into Lacrima, bring back Engraver, make a thing, yeah. Because we could pop this now. It sucks to let them get the engine online, but like we can play out of the graveyard too. So Lacrima sends something. The 4th summon will be Engraver, and the 5th summon will be whatever the link is, and then we just Nibiru the link before they can fusion summon. And then if they have any follow-up, we have the pop for that. Okay, bringing that out so they can destroy my guy. Fortunately, this is only face-ups, right? Yeah, I think I like doing it here. Gives them less light fiends in the graveyard. The fucking bug! You know, we could pop this here, and then there'd be no monsters, and I think the effect of Nibiru would fizzle. And that's probably better than giving them 2 cards. And then we just gotta hope that whatever their last card is can't kill us. Because, yeah, Nibiru gives them 2 cards. So no monsters to tribute, Nibiru fizzles, they waste that, what's the last card in hand? I was really worried they'd have a Kashtira, because... And they knew we had the Smyger in the graveyard, and nothing could stop us. One more win to Diamond 2. I will channel the power of the crystals. I have been charging them all weekend. Within me glows the power deep within the earth. The purity of spirit that allows me to draw 0 hand traps and a turtle. I guess, okay, I got 1 hand trap. This imperm's gonna have to go hard. Hold up. Hey! Alright, that's what we like to see. We lead with the Sulfador. It plays into BanMaxxC, but what are the chances they drew the 2 of? There we go. We pop. We activate. Give me the Tristeros. They max, or they ash. Okay. Let me read the exact thing on Praizordal real quick. Can't summon except for machine synchro, so that would lock us out of other stuff. Just Smyger here while we can. Lancia, you're too late, buddy! I already Smygered! So we get the cluster. So at this point, getting the Sulfador wouldn't do a whole lot, because it would put cards in the graveyard, but we couldn't banish them. So I think we're going to end on Tristeros Cluster Pass. But that's really not bad when they've already used half of their hand to do effectively nothing, and we have an Imperm. So we just normal summon the Tristeros. Get in for 800. Why not? Yeah, so this is a good example. Like, Lancia certainly stops our plays, but there's other stuff we can do, especially with different hands. If they hadn't already ashed us, like, we would still have a lot more plays to do. Mirror Force, Chain Imperm, I mean, that would do it, but that'd be another 2 cards. Ah, it is Maliss. Okay, yeah, we do this now. Ooh! Dominus Impulse. Oh, they're just getting the Dormouse. Fortunately, they negated, but they didn't destroy. So we can do Tristeros here. Another one. All the impulse in the world. And we can Imperm them. They have to control a Maliss Link, and they don't. Well, they can just activate this now by banishing. Unfortunately, I think the Splash Mage, like, can't be destroyed by card effects, if I'm remembering this correctly. Maybe I'm getting it confused. Target 1 Cyber, special summon it, negate its effects. Oh, that's wicked. Yeah, so I can just pop this. Shuffle back this. Yeah! And then I have all the recovery in the world! Every kind of recovery! Solfefnir! Wait, what does their card do again? I forget. I should maybe look this up. Okay. Okay, it just searches. Well, we go for this. We pop. We get Sulfador. Sulfador sends 2 cards to the graveyard. Double Foolish Burial. Then we banish this. Get our other Tristeros. And I'd say it's the same combo you've seen a million times before, but it's not exactly the same, but like, you know, I don't know what to say from here. We got everything. And there we go! Yeah, we get to the Cyber Dragon Infinity. We can bring back the Skeletus. We'd have everything, they'd have nothing. Well played on our part, and not a single MaxxC to be found. Unless they did one and I asked. Either way, we get up into Diamond 2. We're doing good. We didn't even have to Lancia or anything. Wait, did they Lancia us? I think our Lancia counter needs to go up. I forgot about that. Alright, so after the excitement of getting up into Diamond 2, we immediately got knocked back down into Diamond 3. Just 3 losses in a row, and back down we go. And only one of those was against Maliss, and against that, we opened with the Lancia, and it didn't stop them enough, or it did, but they had enough hand traps, and more importantly, we didn't have enough openers. So I feel like we need some more extension, something to go back in. I really wanted to play the Horus engine again, but people in chat won't shut up about Millennium, because there was a deck that topped that had Millennium. And even though it removes even more of the toolbox elements of the extra deck, because you have to play a whole bunch of other extra deck cards in order to make it work, and it takes half your life points, and it doesn't have a grind game, and it's just as weak to Ash, I'm gonna play it anyway, so at least you could say I tried, you know? I'm going through it, I have the engine, might as well try it out. Who knows, maybe I'll be surprised. And then in place of the Lancia, we put in Ghost Bell, because this is good against Maliss while also not being useless against other decks. If we run into a situation where, like, every other duel that we play is against Maliss, maybe we'll put the Lancias back in, but for the moment we're not running into it enough, and we still need to play another engine. So we're going to put this in, hopefully that'll work. We're also down to 1 Nibiru. We put in 1 Fuelos so that with the 2 MaxxC, it's essentially like playing a playset of that. And we've taken out the Forbidden Droplet entirely to make room for all this. So hopefully that'll help us out. This is Crystron Mark III. Let's jump back in it. Live Twin Field spell. Alright. Now we've got our new engine. Let's just go ahead and hear the little dink doots for luck. I do like that sound. It's very calming. So we start with the Wedju Temple, if you're unfamiliar with this engine. The Wedju Temple allows us to place 1 monster into our zone. Let's get the turtle. And then we get to add Senjin. Yeah. Put Senjin here. Then we can summon the Senjin by paying 2,000s. MaxxC? Neither. Defense. And then we get to add the Millennium that guards the treasure. I got something. Was it Droll? Gonna Droll me? They thinking. No, they're just gonna surrender. Well, there you go. I guess I was wrong. You know, Millennium Engine, too strong. And welcome everyone to the penultimate Crystron stream. Only 2 streams remain, including this one, for us to try to get into Master 1. And it's not going to be as easy as we thought. Last time, I thought maybe we'd get up to Master, at least High Diamond, and we ended up just kind of stagnating. We're floating around at Diamond 3 and not doing a whole lot, which sucks. And I'm not really sure what we can do about that. I think our build is sound. I think we've got a solid strategy. I'm betting that we just got unlucky. I think if we go in there today, we win more coin tosses, we get less bad hands, we'll be able to run our way into Master today and spend the next stream just trying to grind to the top of Master, seeing if we can complete things. And I think our luck will be better because I have added a third crystal to my hat. The Triumvirate is finally here. We've got the Smoky Quartz for the Smiger. We've got the Crystrons Citrine. And now we've got Amethyst for the Theistvern. The purple power flows within me. I can feel everything triangulating, the energy flowing forth from within. Or maybe it's just the placebo effect. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to duel better. As for our deck, it's going to be pretty much the same. We've made one tiny change, which is that I took out one copy of Senjin and I put in one copy of Lancia. I still think there's not enough Maliss running around to be main decking the Lancia, especially since it doesn't do a lot against other decks. But having the one in just so we can use it with Crossout Designator or maybe draw it off of BanMaxxC, I think is worth it. Plus the Millennium Engine, I think just taking one out, this makes it on par with what we were playing with the Horus engine. So now it's about even, it's about the ratios that I like. And I think removing one of these is better than removing one of these. We'll see, this engine still hasn't proven its worth to me, but I'm gonna give it a fair shake. We're gonna try it out a few more times, and then maybe we'll change it up next time if it doesn't end up working out. For now, though, let's run on into Diamond and see if we can destroy our foes where they stand. Crystals unite! Woo! Okay, first duel of the day, and we're going first. And also, I am too big. Let me use my crystal powers to shrink myself. Whoa, I'm moving myself. 1 second, I've grabbed the wrong... Whoa, there we go. Good hand, good hand. Anytime you can just normal summon Tristros is great. I would love to be able to play 3 of this guy, but unfortunately he's just not a starter. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a Sulfador. Yeah. We can do this neat thing where, like, we always have a Sulfador on board, or we always have a Tristeros on board, even while we do the other parts of our combo. I almost clicked the wrong thing. We just get the other Tristeros. And then I can summon the Sulfador by popping the spell. Let's get this. Ah, Havness. I mean, might as well, right? So we get this out. Ooh, or we could make Quarian Gondrax. No, that wouldn't work with the timing and everything. Yeah, we'll just make the Ascletus now. Yeah, we send this. And then a Skeletus. So we'll add this back to our hand. I'll get the trap now. I don't know what they could do to stop this, but just in case. Make sure we secure this in our hand. Then we pop the Ascletus. I'm still thinking, like, could we make Quarian Gondrax? And, like, yeah, we absolutely could. It just wouldn't do a whole lot. But it came back. Now, of course, if they have Nibiru here, I think we're, like, mega super owned. So now they have the reduced attack. Our trap has the double pop because we've got a Crystron on here. We can make Quarian Gondrax, and the Dawn Dragster, and the Cyber Dragon Infinity, plus Imperm, plus BanMaxxC. It's one of these times where it's like, I have BanMaxxC, and I wish this was banned, because I would love to see if this alone can beat our opponent without having to rely on, like, the instant win card on top of everything. Because I feel like the fact that I do this just means, like, yeah, I just win. And if they have Ash or Called By or whatever, I can negate it with Infinity. Super Poly does get rid of some things. Okay, they've got the CDI and the Dragster. They've taken out 2 of my cards. That's twice as many. Huh. Does this have an effect when it hits the graveyard? It adds a Tearlament trap back. I think you set the wrong spell. Well, that's unfortunate. Here, I thought we might actually have a battle, and I think they just messed up and then surrendered, but, you know, that's how it be sometimes. It's a pretty good hand in general. Yeah, we ash this. I've learned before, if you Lancia this, they still get to draw 2, they just don't have to banish anything. Not today, friend. Fuck. Lingeribo! Lingeribo pass! Alright, we know at least one of those in their hand is a Maliss card, otherwise they wouldn't have done anything. The question is, what are the other 2? We've got something that can bait stuff out. I think at this point, we probably just give up the BanMaxxC. It's better to keep everything else, like, playable. Summon. Add cards? Yes. Give me the golem that guards the treasure. Droll. Fuck. I didn't expect that one. Okay, we could still do some stuff, though. We put this here, and then we can make the Doom Dragon. Doom! Hello there! And yeah, we'll put the Lingeribo in the back rows. Into the back rooms with you! I think what we do is Solfefnir, send off the Smiter, summon, pop, summon, get something that goes into Citri. We could get that, put 2 in the grave. I think we just go for Tristeros. One negate against 1 card. Just in perm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to waste my negate on that. Let's try to go to the end phase. Okay, hold up. We might be able to do something funny, chat. They moved it into attack mode. Continue the main phase? Why, yes. Yes, I think I will. Let's use the Tristeros. Pop the Barone. And let's get our 2 level 5s out on the field, shall we? Shouldn't have summoned in attack mode! The question is, which one is better to suck? It is an answer we will not have to give. There we go, we finally beat Maliss, and all we had to do was open with Ash Lancia. Alright, Legos, we've run into a bit of a problem. And the problem is not that Maliss is too strong. I mean, it is too strong, but also it's not as popular as you would think. We're only running into Maliss like 1 in every 3, 1 in every 4 duels, and that's actually the problem. Because if it were all Maliss all the time, we could just main deck Lancias, we could main deck Chaos Hunter, and we'd be alright. The problem is when we were main decking those, they were useless against stuff like Fiendsmith, like Blue Eyes, like Snake Eyes. They do almost nothing against those decks, and so they were dead cards in hand. So we really have to find something that's good enough to stop the Maliss cards when we run into them without being useless against everything else. And there are a couple options. I was thinking maybe Red Reboot, but we decided to go with a Super Poly package. This Board Breaker is really good against Maliss because they're all dark. We can take 3 of their dark monsters on the field, put them in the graveyard, and make this thing, which is essentially Solemn Warning on legs. And then, of course, if we go against anything else, we've still got Garua, we've still got Mud Dragon. Spell speed 4 removal is not bad. And if we do go first, we can always set this, discard it, maybe put a Crystron into the graveyard, and then have a good time from there. Now, in addition to this, we're also just playing more hand traps in general. We're on a second Fuolo so that we can draw into those more likely. Things like the Nibiru and the Lancia when we need them, but also just generic stuff like Ash Blossom and the Imperm, or even the Super Poly. To make room for that, we've taken out the Millennium package, which I did not like. We never really had a good showing of that. And instead, we're trying out the Speedroid Terror Top package. This does essentially the same thing that the previous packages did, but it's much smaller at 4 cards. Like, one, these are hand trap magnets. If they have an Ash or an Imperm, they're probably going to use it here. If they don't use it here, depending on our hand, we can either make a Cherubini. Cherubini can send a Smiger from the deck to the graveyard, and that starts all our plays. Or it can make a Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. That's a negate for something like Nibiru, like Ash. If they saved it, it insulates our plays. And if nothing else, we could save it till the next turn and use it then. This has the advantage where going second, we can still make Fortune Tune. This is something I've used previously in like the Argo Stars build, where like, if you're going second, you make this, it can't be targeted, it can't be destroyed, you attack, and then in main phase 2, you make Zeus, and then Zeus clears the board unless they have exactly a monster negate. So let's hope that this does a little bit better, is a little bit stronger. Going back into Diamond 3, try it out. Got a big fan of 30 Seconds to Mars here, chat. From the morning to the people, from the good and the evil, this is war. To the soldiers, the civilians, the martyrs, the victims, this is war! How do they know, chat? How do they fucking know? We send Sulfador. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's like our first time trying with the Speedroid engine, and we got like the one thing we don't want. The one Garnet, normal summon Tristeros. Sulfador. Pop this. Summon this. Sulfador effect. Valor. The funny thing, chat, is I could do one of these. We could Tristeros. And we don't have to use Ghost Ogre. Does that... This is gonna be curious, chat. Blow this up. Tristeros still summons the Citri. And then we can use the Citri and the Tristeros to make a Skeletus. And then this resolves, meaning we can send the Cluster and a Smiger for next turn. Then a Skeletus resolves, grabbing back the trap. So now we've got 2 pops, plus Ash, plus Lancia, against a 3-card hand. It doesn't guarantee success. There's still a lot of decks that can kill us through this. Some decks would be happy to get half that many. Yeah, we stop this, right? Because otherwise they get the girl. And then the girl gets the trap, and then the trap gets them everything. Or maybe we should have let them get the trap and then just pop it. So they get Spirit with Eyes of Blue. The Spirit lets them get the Mausoleum. The Mausoleum goes down. They try to use the Mausoleum. And we don't even want them to get something into the graveyard. You did good, Citri. They had the girl all along. They can get the thing that searches 2. So Roar into Maiden into a level 9 synchro. Does this banish? Yeah, so we stop them from getting to the Tyrant Dragon. They couldn't use the fuse effect. Did they have wishes in Great? Oh, yeah, it's wishes that equips. I'm dumb. They're just making spheres? Okay. I can deal with spears. The heavenly spheres, chat! Yeah, good point. Pop this and pop Skeletus. Question is, what do I put back? The Tristeros, right? Because I won't have... Yeah. Get that for next turn. We put back the Tristeros. So they bounce the trap, and they don't summon anything? No, they do have to summon. No, wait, they won't be destroyed because they can just chain block. Yeah, they can blow up everything first and then summon. They have the second Lancia! Fuck! Yeah, we just bring Skeletus back. And I don't have a second Skeletus. Magnuma just gets them free shit. Yep, I was prepared for a lot of stuff, but I wasn't prepared for that. Just gonna battle. Get rid of that. Reset this. Damn. They have gone through 2 of these, though, so what are the chances they have a third one? We can't let them get to that. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do this now. And then they get 2, so they can get the girl, they can discard, they can get stuff. It really sucks, and we have to put this back. No, this is better to put back. They get the girl gets the trap back. You're playing Dragon Spirit of White. Getting Majesty. Okay, that plus that. That puts me in a bit of a tricky pickle. Yeah, now they can do this. Fuck, I should have saved my Lancia. I can't believe I got wishes and the other one confused. Yeah, they're bigger than my skeleton. And then they get to add back... Oh, they don't... At least they don't have a trap to add back. Ooh, into SP? Going for the Smyger, alright. So they got Smyger plus pop 1. Yeah, so we just pop this. They have to stop it with this, otherwise they lose everything. Activate the Sulfefnir, discard the Citri, activate, and then what are they going to do? Pop the Smyger? Pop the Clockwork Knight? Go right ahead, buddy. Oh, they are. I mean, thanks, I appreciate it. That's exactly where I wanted it. Save me the trouble of doing a link summon, you did. Now we can just normal summon the Tristeros. Time to do some crime! Pop this, summon, Foolish for 2. Oh, we already used Smyger. I guess we just send the turtle. We don't want to draw it. Then we get this back. Yeah, and at this point we've just won. It's just a matter of how long it takes them to realize it. We might just be able to OTK from here. This is 73. Plus the turtle. Go, Citri! 78. Okay, they gave up. I'm like, maybe there's some way we could have done it, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We win. That was a hard-fought battle against many hand traps. Alright, no hand traps. But we do have Terror Top. We do have Super Poly. We do have a way to do a million things. We are not up against Maliss. But we might still be able to do some shit. They just got Wave High and Sequence. So I guess we just start with the Terror Top. We'll get this. We've got, like, full combo, so there's no reason to make the Cherubini or anything. And I don't think they can actually stop the bird. Let's just bird them for their life savings, chat. Yeah, I can now Super Poly because these are both lights. Yep, so we detach one of these. And now it's Mother Heckin' Zeus! The Zeus caboose is on the loose! Papa! Let's go! Explode. What did they said? It was just a crossout. Yeah, we're gonna activate the Solfefnir. And now to begin the Crystron half of my plays. We're just gonna get our good friend Tristan. Nibiru, maybe? Nibiru. You think Nibiru hurts me? Let's see. Yeah, we just get one of these. Let's get an extra one. They waited till exactly the 5th. Hire a samurai. Let's find a rock. I mean a big-ass rock. Maybe something like a cinder block is better. Thank you. That's a big boy. And then Samurai Destroyer. I could bring back Zeus. That's hilarious. I think we just bring back the Tristeros, though, right? Yeah, like we just put this back out here. But it came back. Anyway, let me continue my plays, as I was saying. Yeah, we just grab the trap. Just grab it now. Then we Sulfador. Ghost Bell. Lancia. Good thing I grabbed the trap already, chat. Okay, so going into that does stop them, or does stop us from going into Cyber Dragon Infinity. Because we now don't have the 2 level 5s. Yeah, we just set up for next turn. But I think the double pop is, like, good enough. Double pop plus Super Poly into a 2-card hand. Probably. We get the Tristeros back. We can normal summon it next turn at the start of our turn. Okay. Double pop plus Super Poly. Granted, they are all light fiends. Shuffle that back. Summon. Oh, not using the thing. Okay. Now they're trying to do it. Do we just Super Poly here for Garua? The same attribute, but different types. Yeah, let's just go ahead. Super Poly. Mud Dragon. Mud Dragon, and you know the best thing about Mud Dragon, chat? We don't even have to call water, because it's already water. Bada bingo, bada bango. Super Poly paying off dividends. Alright, one more win until we get into Diamond 2. And I almost feel bad, chat. I feel bad about stopping this opponent. Because they are a person after my own heart. I can sense in them a certain kinship. Because you see, like me, they also want to hashtag BanMaxxC. And you know, I don't think I've ever explicitly asked people for this, but if you haven't considered doing this, please make your name hashtag BanMaxxC. I feel like that would be a really good way to communicate to the people in Master Duel that we want MaxxC banned. Especially, like, if they had to go into the tournaments, and the tournaments were so many different people just saying hashtag BanMaxxC, that would be great. I forgot, I needed to add, I was like, I already have the level 5 in my hand. It's the wrong level 5. Lancia, okay. Ash Blossom, okay. And now that I've gotten 2 hand traps out of you, I am still playing a Lancia, right? Yes, okay, good. I wanted to make sure before I revealed that I am the true gamer. You can't Lancia me. No, the second Lancia! They were the truest of true gamers! No one games harder than them! Yeah, we summoned this from our deck. We're still in pretty decent shape, despite everything. Despite everything, it's somehow, disturbingly, still me. We could still make a Skeletus and get the trap back. Unless they also have an Imperm. Oh, I can pop this. That doesn't help me. I'd actually rather prefer to have this where it can, like, not be destroyed by battle once. I think that'll be useful. Okay. Or you know what? We're gonna do this, chat. We're gonna pop you, and we're gonna pop a Skeletus. We're gonna shuffle back the turtle. That allows the Skeletus to summon back the Tristeros in defense position, and now they can't crash it, and also if they do anything else, we have access to another negation. Battle phase? Isn't it fortunate that I kept the inclusion up there? I managed to include it in my end board! A higgle giggle, hoo-hoo! They knew what was coming. They knew I was gonna bake a cake. And with that, we finally claw our way back into Diamond 2. I've just gotta hope we can keep up this momentum. I believe! You can understand how difficult it is, though, where it's like, I don't want to ignore chat, because that's why they're here, to have fun, to chat. I shouldn't tell them not to chat. But when I'm trying to play and I look down and I see all these different things, like, you should do this, you should hold it, you should do this, it gets a little confusing. I'm just reminded this, like, that Northern Lion quote where he's like, no, you don't understand. If I single out one person in chat, and I make their life absolutely miserable, and I actually ruin it, but there's like 1,000 people in chat, and I make those 1,000 people's lives 0.1% happier by mocking that person, then I would be evil not to ruin your life. The happiness of one person weighed against the happiness, even if the happiness of that 1,000 is much smaller, I should have saved the ash for that. Nib is lethal here, right? I certainly hope so. But unfortunately, they still get to the trap is the bad part. Remember the Lancia counter? I already put it up. We should ban a person at the start of every stream. At the start of every stream, I should randomly pick one chatter and just ban them. Because I don't want to have unlucky people in my chat. They'll just bring me down with their bad luck, chat. Me. I volunteer as tribute! Another one! Jet Dragon, get out of here with that bullshit. Do they have a rank 8, chat? No, it's just spears. Okay, please let me draw a Smiker. I just want a Smiker. Smiker, or you know what? I'll take Super Poly too. You are neither of these things. Wait, no, if they bounce it, I get it back and I can Solfafnir. Salvador. Yeah, and then we just do this. Discard the Sulfador. BanMaxxC. I was hoping to save this for the spheres, but, you know, I'll stop the bug too. Solfafnir arrives. He leave. He activate. Give me my gosh darn tuner. And then the Jet Dragon comes here. Jet Dragon. You'll get caught up in it. Then they just bounce that back. We poppin'. We activating'. Yeah, we get in the trap first. One free trap. So we just use Nibiru to, like, get rid of this. And now we can do this safely. We could just get this. We make a Skeletus. We use this. And then we pass over. Now we can use this. Blowing up the Skeletus, allowing us to get these two. It's real Cyber Dragon hours after we bring this back. Because I know one way to deal with that Jet Dragon. That is a nice jet you have there, Kaiba. Would be a shame if someone slurped it up. I think they can negate it with the thing that stops negation in the graveyard, but then we could just negate that so it wouldn't do much. It would lower our attack slightly. Then we turtle. So now we can make Quarian Gondrax, which they do not like. And then we inclusion to get a Skeletus back so we have double the pops. In attack mode, because I'm not afraid. Set. End phase. Turn starts. You know what? Let's just do this in standby. I will crush their souls! You! And you! Sure. I don't know why you would use that effect. Do you not have any other spell traps to add? Yeah, we'll put this back. And then that will have to activate, so we can activate Tristeros in response to that. BanMaxxC. Oh, buddy, if that's the last card in hand, why wouldn't I negate it? So, no draws for you. Tristeros summon Citri. Citri, make Quarian Gondrax to banish all your blue eyes from the graveyard. And then wipe your entire field. I don't know how you could recover from that. The BanMaxxC was about 12 plays too late, yep. Our opponent is still here. Let's honor them with a quick death. 26. 27. Quarian Gondrax, attack my opponent for game! Yay, we get to add one to the Q counter. We've been hit with Lance more than we've summoned our boss monster. A difficult time for sure. Let us channel our spirits, chat. Focus the crystalline energy so that we may get into Diamond 1. We're going second, but that hasn't stopped us before. We have cards that help us when we're going second. And we've opened 2 of them. That's not something you see every day, chat. Alumirage. Really needed a light monster in the graveyard. Link off the Sorneer for something? Get a Bestial? Oh. SP. And then they get to add a Bestial or branded card. Send the Lubellion. I see. And no sets. I see. Called by. Imperm on the SP. Terratop says hello. And that's it. We focused the crystals. We might have focused them too hard on that one, let me tell you what. We didn't even have to show that we were playing like a good deck. There's like, nope, Terratop, can't beat that. Must have had a bad hand. But sometimes you win because you win. Sometimes you win because your opponent loses, chat. Never forget that. Your opponent won't always have all the outs. Sometimes you just get lucky. Alright, ladies and non-ladies, we haven't broken them out this entire episode. But for a rank and a master, we're putting the cool guy shades back on. We are going first! An excellent sign. Between the shades and the crystals, nothing will be able to stop us. Nothing in the world! It would have been really funny if I said that and then opened, like, a bad hand, and I could have been like, except the Master Duel Shuffler. But no, we're fine. We already have everything, so we're just gonna, like, try to bait out that we don't have anything. We're gonna do the, like, struggle combo. Fuck. I should not have done the struggle combo. Let's see if we can just add the trap. We Foolish Burial. We're gonna send Theistvern. We're gonna use Theistvern to get Solfefnir. And that way we have something easy that we can shuffle back for the trap. And then we use the Smyger effect. Imperm. How worth is it to get to Tristeros? We've got a pop and we've got BanMaxxC. I'm gonna just have to hope that that's enough for it. Please don't have drawn an Ash or a Called By. It's only fair. We both get to BanMaxxC. Ah! Well, I guess they didn't draw an Ash or a Called By. Skill issue. Fucking Blue Eyes. Do we just... I mean, we could do this... Primite Scream. I don't think this is Blue Eyes at all, chat. Yeah, if they're doing Scream, then we cluster here. Just pop that, shuffle this back. Alright, hold up! You cannot destroy me! I have been included! I should probably read what this was. They do have a link they can make. It is Blue Eyes. It's just Blue Eyes playing a trap. When your opponent would normal or special summon a monster and you control a normal monster, a level 5 or higher Primite, negate the summon, and if you do, banish it. During your standby phase to control Primite, you can set this card. Okay. So they've got a summon negate. But, like, you have to control a normal monster to do that, right? So, like, what happens if I make Clockwork Knight? Oh. Okay. I was just doing that to put a Crystron in the graveyard so I could pop your blue eyes. But if you want to do that too, I mean, that's fine. Let's see if they have Ash. Just grab that, and then we just go full combo, right? Just full combo all the way. Unless the last card is Nibiru, and even then we've still got plays, because we've got so much graveyard set up. Summon these two. A Skeletus. Oh, it is Nibiru. It's times like these I wish we played, like, something that actually worked with this. Yep. They find a rock. But we can just trigger the Tristeros. Tristeros, let's get Solfefnir. Let's make Samurai Destroyer. Hello there. The Primal Being. Oh, you fool. Samurai Destroyer effect. Summon back the Nova Dragon. You will not be stopping the Infinity today. I am going Infinity plus Ultra. I will gobble your rocks. And you shan't be able to stop me. And then we Sulfador. Pop this. Summon this. We use the turtle. Summon the Solfefnir from our hand. And then inclusion graveyard effect. Summon back El Skeletus. There's not going to be a next turn. Nibiru only makes me stronger. Go forth. Infinity. Solfefnir. Sulfador. And into Master El Skeletus. And that's how you do it, ladies and non-ladies. The skeleton is stronger than anyone. I don't know what this motion is. I'm just happy. I'm too happy for words. We did it. We got it. We're in Master. Will we be able to get into Master 1 next time? I don't know, but at least we got close, you know? Maybe if we had started in Diamond, we'd be there. We started in Gold this month. Alright, ladies and non-ladies, welcome to the final Crystron stream. Our last chance to try to get Crystron into Master 1 where they belong. And though it's been a weekend since you saw me last, I didn't really play all that many duels over the weekend. I got a couple in, didn't really make much progress. Part of me really wants to. This used to be my favorite deck, and I would really like to show that it can get all the way into Master 1. But one, we're already kind of hamstrung by the format, by the fact that we had to start down in Gold. I mean, if we didn't have to play against full power Maliss, and also if the stuff that stopped full power Maliss didn't also hurt us, we would be golden. Honestly, I feel like if we had played this any month but this month, it would have been better. Last month, we would have had to compete against this, and next month, presumably, Maliss is going to be hit at least a little bit, and it won't be nearly as strong as it is. And despite that, we've still gotten into Master. We're still going to make our way as far as we can. And I think it's clear any other time, starting in any other rank, we probably would have been able to do it. So we're just going to go in, we're going to do our best, and most importantly, we're going to have fun with it, you know? Oftentimes I frame these videos as like, oh, I've got to get to the top rank. Oh, I've got to be competitive and be the best. But at the end of the day, Yu-Gi-Oh! And just about every game is about having fun. It's about having a good time. So I'm going to jump in with Crystrons, one of my old favorites, a deck I still have fun with, and we're just going to see how far we can get. See if we can get some interesting duels and have a nice time. And if we can somehow get into Master 1 doing that, well, that will just be icing on the cake. Also, the deck is the same as you saw it last time. We're not changing anything. Alright. Okay. Decent opening. I think we start with the inclusion. And we grab ourselves a dang old Tristeros. Pilk? Yeah, it's Pepsi and milk mixed together. It's kind of like a Coke float, just without the ice cream. That's all they need, chat. They know they're doomed. Normal summon Crystrons. Nothing beats that. It's two, I think those are the same character. Look like it. At a Supreme Gate. I would prefer if you did not, too late now. I definitely should have saved this for my turn. I'm like, maybe I just stop them here and they don't do anything. Yep. Who even needs all the draw cards? Who even needs to rank up? You know, there we go. Sometimes all you need is a, See, chat, any deck can make it into Master. All you gotta do is play Imperm, because sometimes you'll just Imperm and your opponent surrenders. Easy as 1-2 pie. And no, again, I'm not an expert at this game. I'm not the kind of person to go to if you want coaching advice. But in general, if someone stops your turn with a hand trap, you should at least wait to see if they have a combo of their own, because sometimes they're bricked. There have been many a times when, like, I try to do two things, I get hit with two hand traps, it goes to my opponent's turn, and they just immediately pass. Don't give up hope that easily. Okay, we're going second. We've got Ash and 2 Super Polys. Gee, Billy! Why does your mom give you 2 Super Polys? Interesting. So they banish it. Do they summon it, or do they immediately shuffle it back in and then Branded Regain to draw a card? Should we just save Ash for our turn? Just assume they have the called by. Save Ash for Whitebinder. Is Whitebinder ashable? It draws 1. Ah, I see. Yeah, I'll just let him go, chat. And in the meantime, we can have a little chat. You know, I read a book recently. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called Forrest Gump. Well, I said hi to Jenny. I think we do this because if they can get a 3rd dark monster out, then we can do all sorts of mean stuff. What movie are you talking about? Forrest Gump. Oh hey, there's a 3rd dark monster, chat. And now they get another thing, and they do another one. Anyway, Super Poly. Let's just make Tripathyvern using you, and you, and you. Howdy, howdy. Howdy, y'all. Go ahead and try this. Then we're going to try this. We're going to add Sulfador, which we can activate from the graveyard, chat. Again. Another one. The Resonant Wings of Life. Gosh dang it! I might still lose this one. Let's special summon this. Let's go ahead, just in case they get anything, we're gonna make Bamboozler an attack. And it'll go in the extra monster zone. Can't the fusion negate only certain summons? Yeah, I'm gonna lose it anyway. Just let it go, but I want to draw a card. That's a pretty good one, chat. Not today, friend. We're still going. And we're gonna send Tristeros. Then we're gonna use this to summon the Tristeros. They got something they can do. What if they've got a super poly of their own and I'm just mega owned? Nibiru. Yeah. We make the Samurai Destroyer. Nibiru comes down. We're gonna go Chainlink 1 Destroyer. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I think we just get Tristeros. Chainlink 2, draw a card. Why did you not use BanMaxxC? I thought it was better to draw however many cards they're gonna get next turn than to draw a bunch this turn. I ain't done yet. Bro is still making plays. Do not doubt the power of Crystrons. I have not yet begun to fight. Ella Skeletus coming down. This time we can get back the cluster. So now we'll have the trap for next turn. Do this. Pop the skeleton. Special summon the last 2 5s. Ella Skeletus triggers. Give me back my Tristeros. Oh yeah, I forgot to update the master. We're in Master 4 now. Okay. Give me this. And this is only once per turn, right? Yeah. So get rid of that. Main phase 2. Set the cluster. End turn. And they surrender. That's how you beat Maliss, baby! I'm just sorry the beginning of that was talking about Forrest Gump. Hopefully the editor could edit around that to still make it an interesting duel. I'm going first. And my opponent's name is Dylan. Could they be a Bob? Or could they be a villain? Special summon. We really gotta hope this kind of goes through because we do not have a start. I think this is the first time we've ever actually done this, chat. Where we summon both of these, and then we make Cherubini. Behold! Cherubini, Ebon Angel of the Burning Abyss. And then we can send a Smiker. Surprise, it was Crystron the whole time. Give me my spell. I already have the trap, that's good. And then the trap will get me Tristeros. Yay, I like Tristeros. Normal summon. I've already got the Sulfador. Pop. And then if they Ash or Imperm here, it sucks, but it doesn't do a whole lot. This. And then we just go into the dang old Skeletus. And from here, it's the same combo you've always seen. The same old story, same old song and dance, my friends! I think we add this back, actually, because of what we might do later. Let's go Crystrons. What happened? Oh no! Monsters this points to can't be destroyed by card effects! Oh, that's a big mistake. Cherubini, you've tricked me! Oh, we could still get... We don't have the dragon anymore, but... Or the, the cyber dragon anymore. Or do we? We could still get to it. It's just gonna cost us a lot more. Yeah, we'll send off this. I put it underneath the Cherubini. Yeah, we could still get to it, it's just gonna cost us a lot more. It's fine. We've got 2 pops, we've got a negate, we've got imperm, we've got called by, and everything's protected. Even if they lightning storm our monsters, it don't do anything. Yeah, we are protected from Super Poly, I think. I don't know, is there one that's... Okay. So no fusion summon, 1 down. So activate the... I will activate this just in case. I won't use the effect. I'm just activating it in case you try to banish my shit. Oh, let's see. If this is Azamina Snake Eye, what do we want to say? 7? 7 is what Diabell Star is. That's at 3, and that gets them in a card. But they've got all sorts of levels. I think we just want to keep them off of that. Super Poly, that's worrying. That can't Borreload Riot Dragon. Lava Golem. Diabells. Could she not be summoned? Oh, she can, but she's level 7. Smile. Banish this. Target 1 face down card you control. Return it. Target 1 in your trap. But it cannot be activated this turn. Okay. Sure. I mean, maybe I should called by because I can. And banish this, then target 1 face down card you control, return it to the hand, then set... Ah! So then they can use it again. So now the fact that they got it, it doesn't do anything. Because then they'll have to discard another card, and then we pop it, so we go 2 for 1. Just getting rid of Borreload Riot Dragon again. Okay. Destroy another card. No. Called by. Sure. They're like, and by the way, fuck this Sulfador in particular. I guess I put it back. No, it's still negated, right? Yeah, I think we put this back. Maybe they thought oh, it's because this was the one thing I could bring back, but it don't matter. That was a weird deck, chat. What the Sam Hill are you up to? Calling 7 was the perfect choice, chat! Literally, the only cards they could summon were level 7s! I looked into their mind palace, and I saw what they were cooking! Haha! What you think about that? Anyway, let's try this. Yeah, unfortunately, if they've got the trap, I'm just dead. We'll get Smiter. They got something, I just don't know what it is. It ain't Lancia unless they're stupid. Trap. A Skeletus. minerals. They're named specifically after, types of quartz. Pop, pop. Watching motherfuckers drop. Have they been saving the ash this whole time? The impulse the entire time. Well, that does stop just about everything. I do think we still use this just to get some protection on. It's almost certainly Maliss. Oh, I still haven't normal summoned. The problem is, if I do normal summon, then I don't have anything I can discard for Super Poly. And I think I'd rather have the Super Poly. Because I could normal summon this and then pop itself and get Crystrons and have a synchro on the opponent's turn too. Why didn't I set the Super Poly? What What am I doing? I can't believe I forgot to set the Super Poly. Huh. That's not one you really want to banish, is it? Yeah, we'll imperm that. Link Kuriboh. And then if they don't have another name, which I don't think they do, where they would have summoned it or banished it. And it's already used its effect, so it can't come back. No, it's the field spell! Pop Splash Mage. I can pop 2, so I wait for them to use the effect, right? Yeah, we'll return Crystrons. This really should let you draw a card. They had another field spell. They had a second field spell the whole time, chat. They should only be able to get 2 bodies. I can never keep track of how many there are. No, it's Maliss in the mirror. Yeah, how many Maliss monsters are there, chat, with unique names? In the main deck specifically. Sure. I appreciate being given, like, the opportunity to summon an extra spell trap negate for whatever you've got back there. Battle phase? Why, yes, please. Vroom vroom car! Bonk. End phase. Alright. So we just, like, draw phase Super Poly, right? Fuck you. Get that shit out of my face. Double damage. 21. Attack for game. Bam. 100 wins. Who even needs to set Super Poly, chat? We've got this. Normal summon Crystrons. Not fast enough. Yeah, we grab this. El Skeletus. Nothing can get banished. We can still do stuff, though. Add back this. Activate. Then we use Solfefnir. Send the Tristeros. Summon. Pop the Tristeros. Effect. And that way we have Smyger in the graveyard for next turn. Oh, don't tell. Okay, for a second I thought they had Nibiru. Alright. This is a pretty good setup. We're in a pretty good position. I think we do just in-perm this, chat. Cherubini into something, maybe. Vroom vroom, I'm a car. Yeah, we just try this here. There's the field spell, just like we wrote it up. And can they continue? No, they cannot. Easy, peasy. And that's why we're the superior Lancia deck. Yeah, sometimes Lancia does shut us down, but sometimes it don't. Alright, chat, it's been a long evening, but one more win and we go up into Master 3. This might be as far as we go. This might be the final duel. But again, you know, despite everything, despite everyone saying it's a tier 0 format and it's awful, we've managed to have a bit of fun here. This is a very weird hand. Let's go ahead and normal summon the turtle. Activate Sulfador. What do we do here? We send Smyger in the trap. Smyger in the trap. Boop. Boo-doop. Boop. And then Smyger will get the spell. The spell will get Tristeros. That is one thing. Even though this, like, I started with a normal summon. Okay, we had the turtle, though. For a second, I was like, oh, fuck. I completely forgot I normal summoned. But yeah, I was gonna say, despite the fact that every single hand with this deck seems to inevitably end on the same kind of, like, once you get to Eloskeletus, it's like the same combo. It is kind of interesting how there's a bunch of different ways to get to that same point. All according to plan. Give me my trap back. And then we use Tristados. Pop, pop. We get you two. Set. Set. And then it's time to get back my Tristeros. Hello there. Alright, Hector. You may have been hearing a lot of things, but if you were unaware, this is your last chance to look at me. They did not look at me. And because we didn't pop this, we don't get to bring back. We're still pretty good, especially with the instant MaxxC. It feels really unfortunate when someone's on the rank down and it's like they went on the rank down and they lost the coin toss and they didn't have any hand traps and my opponent built a big board and then as soon as their turn started they MaxxC'd. It really feels bad. And it's unfortunate that the people in Konami are like, you know what we'd like? A game that feels bad. A game where you lose through no fault of your own. That's the most fun you could have. It's alright, so you know, it's not just when I lose to MaxxC. That has nothing to do with Maliss, though. We still did a thing. We still got to master. I started off with that, like, we still had fun, and then I'm like, it's just a pity the format.
It's not even that this format specifically sucks, it's that the format is perpetually handicapped by the fact that BanMaxxC is legal.
And with that, ladies and non-ladies, we've reached the conclusion of this episode. In the end, we were able to make it into Master 3 with Crystrons, which is pretty darn good, considering we started in gold, we had to face full power Maliss, and nearly everyone was main decking cards like Lancia. Like, yeah, it would have been nice to reach Master 1 with my old favorite deck, but I'm not too broken up about it. I think it's clear from my performance that I could have gotten the highest rank if I just grinded some more games. It's just that I didn't really feel like doing that, because the format right now isn't especially fun, and because Crystrons aren't my favorite deck anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a very fun deck to play, probably one of my top 10 decks of all time, but it no longer has the core playstyle I fell in love with. It's been streamlined and simplified to the point that it's almost a completely different deck. And that's fine. Times change. People change. And in Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks change. I'm not sad that Crystrons have morphed into something different, because it doesn't take away the good times that I had in the past. And I still get to have plenty of new good times with my modern favorites like Paleozoic and Argo Stars. Regardless, now that it's both the end of the month and the end of the episode, let's take a moment to look back over our statistics for July of 2025. I ended up playing 150 duels with Crystrons and made it from Gold 5 to Master 3. We won 107 of those duels and lost 43, which gives this deck an overall win rate of 71%. I went through just 4 builds this month before ending on the version behind me, which contains 11 common cards, 13 super rare cards, and 31 ultra rare cards. I spent just 4,000 gems on this month's deck, which would cost about $61.20 if you bought them all at the store at the standard price. Finally, all of this would not have been possible without 410 awesome patrons who help support the channel. 26 of those patrons donated $25 or more this month, so I'd like to take a moment to thank them personally. Their names are Chris, the resident RDA enjoyer, Cat Monarch, Shadow 1317, Chris W, Gravy, Barbarians Are Us, Boo-Hoo Bundy, Captive XC, Clockswork, Davon Crushin, Default Titan 97, Dancing Joker, Dude Blade X, Emperor Lelouch, Girgiano XG, Guy Nathaniel the Agron Overlord, it's Katsu, JJ Squirtle, Kuro, LK Sun, Matt, MBT Yu-Gi-Oh!, Sanguine Strawberry, Viscount Billy Esquire, Wasted Brawler, and Wildcard Jr. Badoo! If you'd like to join them, there's a link to the Patreon down in the description. Just $1 gets you on my Discord, $25 can get your name in the credits like those fine people, and for $10, you can get a special role that lets you vote on what deck I play next. Speaking of which, next time on Ladder Climb, we're going from top tier meta threat to goofy ass jank deck as I try my hand at Mimighouls. If you'd like to see me attempt this in real time, you can follow me over at twitch.tv/Hardleg Gaming, where I stream most of my duels. Otherwise, until next time, good luck and have fun.